Carving a pumpkin, having a scary movie marathon, or going to a haunted house, have a spectacular Halloween today. It is Halloween on this Thursday, October the 31st edition of The Joe Show. There you go. Starting you off this morning, as we always do, here on The Joe Show with the playing of our national anthem. It's brought to you by Bob Allen Motor Mall and the Hometown Radio Network.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall and Hometown Radio Network proudly honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Bob Allen Motor Mall, Hometown Radio Network, teaming up every morning to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Phone number this morning to call in birthdays and anniversaries. Of course, it remains the same. It's 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR to get birthdays and anniversaries on here. It's a Thursday. It's Halloween, so our Halloween birthdays come on here today, October the 31st. Here's how those birthdays look today. All right, birthdays look like this. Chris Lamont celebrates a birthday today. He's the principal at Bergen Schools. Daniel Weichert having a birthday today. Holly Heyman celebrates a birthday today. Terry Pittman is on a birthday list today. Terry was former bus monitor on Bus 121, which listens to the Joe Show every morning. Happy birthday to Coach Pitt. And then Katie Garner has a birthday today as well. Katie Garner, Terry Pittman, Holly Hammonds, Daniel Weichert, and Chris Lamons doing a birthday party thing on this October 31st. 859-238-WHIR. It's a Thursday. It's the 31st day of the month of October. Halloween on this Thursday. And typical Thursday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest comes on here this morning at 7:10. And that is Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix, who joins the show this morning at 7:10. We'll talk Rebel football and talk special teams on this Thursday morning. Same thing and same conversation with Danville head coach Frank Parks. The Admirals are at Bardstown this Friday, talking Admiral special teams versus Bardstown special teams, and that'll be at 7:20 this morning. 7:40 County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Tyler Miller joins the show, and we'll see what's going on with Tyler this morning in the Lincoln County Extension Office. That'll be at 7:40. 7:50 Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission is on the show, and we'll see what's going on with Mimi this morning at 7:50. In the 8 o'clock in the morning hour, I've got a text out to Boyle County High School volleyball coach Eric Knoyer because the Lady Rebels play in the Region Volleyball Championship tonight, looking to win their first ever Region Championship in volleyball. Beat West Jessamine yesterday, and we'll have Coach Knoyer on here this morning, or try to have him on. at 8:10 this morning. If not, maybe have him on tomorrow. 8:20, we have Randy Graham and Randyisms. The thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts. We have those Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:20 here on the show. 8:40, James the Gardener joins us this morning. A little gardening with James action. And the 9 o'clock in the morning hour is jam-packed as well. That's the rundown of today's show. We'd love to have you on. Phone number this morning, 859-238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. One correction. Boyle beat Pulaski County last night in volleyball. They play West Jessamine tonight, and West Jessamine is a perennial powerhouse in the 12th region in volleyball. So we'll see what happens tonight. Should be a fun one, though. Rebels trying to win their first ever volleyball region championship against West Jessamine tonight. It's 6:17 in the morning. Sports is coming your way right now, and I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's click on the music here, please. Give us some music to take us out. There we go. Well, if you went to bed early last night, you're in for a shock with the World Series score. The Yankees had it wrapped up. Game 6 was going back to L.A. until they didn't. We'll talk about it in sports coming up next. The Yankees lose a huge lead, and subsequently, the World Series. Bronny James scores his first NBA points in his dad's former hometown, and Anthony Richardson benched. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis, guiding you through these Thursday morning sports. Starting off in Major League Baseball, where the L.A. Dodgers are champions. The Dodgers claimed their 8th World Series title in franchise history last night at Yankee Stadium, and like their 98-win season and their 11 wins in 16 postseason games, it came in a fashion both wholly predictable and thoroughly stunning. In a 5-run hole in Game 5 and facing the Yankees' ace Garrett Cole, the Dodgers staged a startling 5th-inning rally to tie the score, pushed across 2 more runs to take the lead for good in the 8th inning, and then closed their eyes and hoped for the best from a bullpen stretched to its limit. The result, a 7-6 win in Game 5, a 4-1 conquest over the Yankees in the club's first World Series title since 2020 and first in a full season since 1988. It seems like every speed bump we hit was possible over the course of this year, World Series MVP Freddie Freeman said, and to overcome what we did as a group of guys, it's special. This is what we start out to do every single spring training to win a championship. I think it's the hardest thing to do in sports. The Yankees fall to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers claim the World Series. In the NBA last night, LA Lakers guard Bronny James scored the first regular season points of his NBA career on Wednesday during 134-110's road loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. James, who was born in Cleveland, saw game action for the Lakers after not participating since the October 22nd season opener against the Timberwolves. James is expected to remain with the team for the road trip before reportedly joining the South Bay Lakers in the G League. Bronny James had 2 points with 1 for 2 from the field, also had 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 turnovers in 5 minutes. In the National Football League, the Colts have put Anthony Richardson on ice with no signs of defrosting him anytime soon. Head coach Shane Steichen officially named 39-year-old Joe Flacco the starting quarterback going forward, telling reporters on Wednesday, quote, "Joe gives us the best chance to win. The move officially relegates Richardson to the backup spot and may eliminate any quarterback controversy moving forward for an Indianapolis team attempting to make a playoff push." Steichen noted that it was his decision to make the move, not team owner Jim Irsay. The move marks a significant shift in philosophy from the Colts coach. After drafting Richardson with a 4th overall pick in 2023, Steichen said that on-field experience was necessary for a player's development. Moving Richardson to the bench ensures that there won't be any game reps available for the 22-year-old, barring an injury to Flacco, but his coach doesn't seem to think that'll be an issue anymore. Quote, "I know I said things, and things changed there," Steichen said. "So I think right now, sitting back and seeing a veteran that's done it at a high level for a long time, you can develop that way as well." Thursday night football tonight, the Texans and the Jets do battle on Thursday night football. Those are the headlines on this Thursday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Hometown Radio's Big Deals offer is out of this world. It's Cosmic Bowling. Experience bowling with an outer space-like atmosphere. Black lights, strobe lights, and pattern lights accent the hit music that beats over the speakers. The lights and music effects make it an out-of-the-world experience. It's all at Galaxy Bowling and Entertainment Center in Richmond. Go have a lot of family fun with our Big Deals Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi Party. The party includes 2 hours of bowling, bowling shoes for up to 6 people, a large pizza, and a pitcher of soda. The retail value is $85. At Big Deals online store, get the pizza, pins, and Pepsi Party for just $49. Yes, $49. What a deal. It's a big deal out of this world. Shop and save at Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Big deals at hometownlive.net.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, their on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'll love to give you a free quote, 859-236-6686, and ask if auto owners make sense for you. You get cloudy skies on this Halloween day and a high today of 79. Low tonight 51, and most of the rain now appears as if it's going to be a little bit later on into the late evening, even early morning hours tomorrow. And so the good news with that is those areas that kind of waited it out and did not postpone their Halloween trick-or-treat nights from tonight to Saturday may get the benefit of that and get a pretty good evening tonight with a trick-or-treat. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny, a high of 65. And on Saturday, sunny and 70. Sunday, sunny and 76. Right now, it's 6:24 in the morning. It is 65 degrees in Danville. As we take a look at what's gone on this date. No, we don't. Not yet. I'm ahead of the horse here, ahead of the gun. Jumping the gun, I guess. We don't take a look at this in country music history yet. We see what celebrities are having birthdays first on this date in our celebrity birthday news. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day. And here we go on our birthday list. All right, starting off on this date, 59 years ago, where Rob Schneider was born, been in the movies The Waterboy, Deuce Bigalow, and The Hot Chick. Here's a clip from one of his famous catchphrases, "You can do it! You can do it!" There you go, Rob Schneider, 59 years old today. Canadian actor and comedian John Candy would have been 73 years old today. He's known for acting in the movies Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Spaceballs. Here's a clip from the movie Spaceballs. The late John Candy would have been 73 years old today.
Waitress! Waitress! What did he order?
Oh, he had a special.
That's what I ordered! I changed my order to the soup!
Good move.
John Candy would have been 73 years old today. Other birthdays on this Halloween, October the 31st, includes legendary newsman Dan Rather, who turns 91 years old today. Director Peter Jackson did the Lord of the Rings movies, and The Hobbit is 61 years old today. Peter Jackson, 61. And the late inventor Joseph Wilson Swan, who produced an early electric light bulb, would have had a birthday today. Born on this date, 1828. He died back in 1914. Celebrity birthdays on this Thursday, October 31st. There you go, folks.
Country music.
All right, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history. In the year 1951, Lefty Frizzell was at number 1 on the country charts with the song Always Late with Your Kisses. It was on this day, country music history, 1963, Buck Owens at number 1 on the country charts with his song Love's Gonna Live Here. And it was on this date, 1981, Charlie Pride at number 1 with his song Never Been So Loved in All of My Life. And that's what's gone on this date, October 31st. In country music history. Starting off on this day, country music history in the year 1951 with Lefty Frizzell.
Always late
with your kisses. Co-written and recorded by Lefty himself.
Won't you come to my arms, sweet darling, and stay?
Song spent 13 weeks at number 1 on the top of the charts. Has also been recorded by Merle Haggard and Dwight Yoakam. Always Late with Your Kisses on this date, 1951.
Why, oh, why do you want to do me this way?
It was on this day, country music history, 1963. Old Buck Owens at number 1 with this one.
Oh, the sun's gonna shine in my life once more.
Love's Gonna Live Here, which spent 16 weeks at number 1 and a total of 30 weeks on the chart. After Love's Gonna Live Here finished its 16-week stay, no other song would spend more than 10 weeks at number 1 for 49 years. So this one had major impact on the charts. On this date, 1963.
Love's gonna live here. Love's gonna live here again. No more loneliness, only happiness. Love's gonna live here again.
There you go. And it was on this day, 1981, where Charlie Pride went number 1 on the country charts with one of his all-time great songs. A song called Never Been So Loved in All My Life, a song written by Wayland Holyfield and Noro Wilson.
I'm no stranger to loving arms.
It was the first single from his greatest hits album. It became Charlie Pride's 25th number 1 song on the country charts. And that's what's gone on this date, October 31st, in country music history.
I've seen the fire in lovers' eyes.
6:30 in the morning, Kentucky News Network has our bottom hour news right now.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Police in Elizabethtown say 2 men were found dead under suspicious circumstances in a house fire Wednesday morning around 5 o'clock on Hennon Lane.
So the entire structure it's heavily damaged. As far as specifics as to what part, where the fire, the source of the fire, I'm not able to comment on that at this time.
EPD officer Chris Denham. Police found Blake France and Anthony Garrett dead inside the home, both with gunshot wounds.
Anyone who has any involvement with this investigation, we do believe we have them identified and with us at this time.
Surveillance video showed Dustin Caudale tossing a handgun after getting out of the truck and with some personal belongings of the two victims in his motel room. Police got a confession from Caudale, who also confessed to shooting a third victim and stealing their wallets to throw them away at a gas station. Caudale is held in the Hardin County Jail. A shortage of school bus drivers forcing Boyd County school officials to rethink the rerouting of students. The district operates 22 bus routes, but 2 are without drivers right now. To deal with that issue, starting November 1st, the county will cancel 1 bus route a week, with the cancellations rotating across the district. 3 men from Ohio in custody in London after cops found 3 pounds of suspected meth in their car. London police conducted a traffic stop with the trio pulled over on Kentucky Route 80 near a Motel 6. The suspected meth was seized, and the 3 were arrested for trafficking in a controlled substance. The Davis County Circuit Clerk, the County Sheriff's Office, and jury administrators have all been called by residents this week about a jury duty scam. County officials say police will never call demanding payment of a fine for missing jury duty. Residents are advised to hang up immediately. Residents can call Circuit Clerk Jennifer Besecker to check on jury duty status. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Mike Gay here. At Essity, we're committed to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place, starting right here in Harrodsburg and Danville. We're hiring machine operators where you'll work with cutting-edge technology to produce essential products like hand towels and tissue paper. Our wages start at $20 per hour with benefits on day one and opportunity for growth. If you're a high school grad ready to make an impact, visit ESSITY.com/careers. That's Essity.com/careers.
If something seems too good to be true, it likely is. Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Scam artists use tricks like prize offerings or special deals. If you aren't sure, do research online or give us a call for help.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Early non-excused voting gets underway today. So where can you vote? If you're a registered voter who has not cast your ballot yet, then you have the next 3 days to vote early, or you can vote on Election Day Tuesday. In Boyle County, early voting is taking place at the showroom on Lebanon Road today through Saturday. In Garrett County, early voting at the Garrett County Clerk's Office today through Saturday, while in Lincoln County, it's at the Lincoln County Clerk's Office. Early voting takes place at those 3 locations from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 today through Saturday. Meanwhile, in Mercer County, it'll take place at the Mercer County Clerk's Office, though they'll go 30 minutes longer from 8 until 4:30. Again, early voting is open beginning today and going through Saturday. Former Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk Angela Doolin has returned to the seat and has been sworn in to fill the remainder of the term left behind by Dwight Hopkins. Hopkins was removed from that seat by the Kentucky Supreme Court on September 26th after the Supreme Court concluded his conduct constituted discrimination and unlawful workplace harassment, which in turn created a hostile work environment. Doolin had already beaten Hopkins in the May primary, and since she's running unopposed in Tuesday's election, she was picked by Judge Marcus Vanover to go ahead and fill out the remainder of that term until she's officially elected on Tuesday. Happy Halloween, Central Kentucky. Quite frankly, trick-or-treat times have gotten a little complicated. With storms threatening Halloween tonight, some cities have moved their trick-or-treat times. Here's what we have so far of dates and times for trick-or-treat events in our area. First, tonight on Halloween, where many places are still carrying on with their events despite the call for rain showers. That includes Harrodsburg, Perryville, Bergen, Liberty, Stanford, and those who live outside the city limits of cities in Boyle County. All those places are still on for tonight's trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster have moved their trick-or-treat nights to Saturday. Even Riddell Health is sponsoring a free health screening at Perryville Baptist Church. That will happen on Wednesday, November 13th, and will include cholesterol, blood pressure, body mass index, anxiety, depression, and take-home colorectal cancer screening kits for those over the age of 65. Flu shots will also be offered. It's Wednesday, November 13th from 5 until 7 at Perryville Baptist Church. I'm Joe Mathis.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying, but you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security. Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved.
I'm just living sky high right now. So I'm very thankful for it. And the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses and big-time discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save. All right, cloudy skies. A high today, 79. A low tonight of 51. We do get rain shower, thunderstorm chances that continue to get pushed back further and further into the evening to where now most of that's centered around the overnight hours. And there are trick-or-treat things and events going on tonight. Certainly, Perryville is on for it tonight. Boyle County is on for it tonight. Harrodsburg is on for it tonight. By Boyle County, I mean those who live outside the city limits in Boyle County. Harrodsburg going on tonight. Stanford. Let's see, Liberty, Casey County doing theirs tonight. So, there's a lot of events you can get to tonight, and that looks like it's going to pay dividends for those cities who did go ahead and host theirs tonight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 65. Those cities who saw the forecast and opted to do it Saturday, that's still okay, too. Saturday looking great. You get mostly sunny skies, a high of 70, a low of 48. And quite frankly, I think most kids and maybe most parents would rather be out trick-or-treating Saturday than watching the Cats get destroyed by Tennessee by 1,000 million points. Right now, it's 6:37 in the morning, 64 degrees. Larry Vaught's got Vaught's Views today. What's up, Larry?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Ryan Howard and Valerie Steele certainly are the two best women's basketball players ever to play at Kentucky, and the only two women to score over 2,000 points during their Kentucky careers. Howard is the #1 overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft after a stellar career at Kentucky, where she was a 2-time Southeastern Conference Player of the Year and unanimous All-American. She helped Kentucky win its first SEC tournament championship in about 40 years and kept the Kentucky women's program relevant nationally because of her presence and playmaking. Now she's getting ready to begin her second year as an assistant coach, director of player personnel in Florida. It's probably best for both her and new UK coach Kenny Brooks that she's learning what it takes to coach in the SEC at another school. Florida coach Kelly Ray Finley calls Howard a tremendous young coach and believes she has a chance to be an elite coach in the future.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
Farmers and agricultural pros, Rader Auction Company is your destination for quality used farm equipment. Led by the trusted Delbert Rader for nearly 50 years, they offer 4 major yearly auctions, with the next one coming up December 20th. From tractors to combines and everything in between, Rader Auction offers a seamless, transparent buying and selling experience. Don't miss out on competitive prices and top-notch machinery. They buy and sell used farm equipment every day. Check out RaderAuction.com to learn more.
Rader Auction Company, 1010 Skyline Drive, Hopkinsville.
Florida coach Kelly Ray Kinley, knows former UK All-American Ryan Howard, is an inspiration to her players because of what she did in college at Kentucky and continues to do in the NBA. She also played in a 3-on-3 competition in the Paris Olympics. The Florida coach said her players getting to watch someone who is living out their dream is a valuable lesson. Howard has always been on the quieter side, but apparently is learning to make her voice louder as a coach. Maybe that will even make her a better player too.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Vaught, Vaught's Views, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time at 6:40 in the morning. Hey, early voting starts today in Boyle County. The showroom is the place to go, 8 o'clock until 4 today, tomorrow, and Saturday. You can get your early vote on. Now, if you're a standard Election Day voter, that's fine. You still have the Election Day to cast your vote. But if you can't go on Election Day, you're going to be out, or this is just easier for you, whatever your excuse or non-excuse may be. This is non-excused early voting. Don't have to have an excuse. You just show up, you give them your ID, and they'll let you vote there at the showroom from 8 until 4 today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Hey, President Joe Biden recently bit a baby that was dressed like a chicken at a White House Halloween event. Well, that's brought up a new sponsor, the Biden Baby Bucket portion. You know who's going to take this sponsorship and run with it. KFC, as always.
Portions of today's show brought to you by the Biden Baby Bucket. That's right, the Colonel's back with the new Biden Baby Bucket. Big, meaty pieces of baby that are dressed like a chicken for Biden to bite into. The new Biden Baby Bucket. Wait, he did what now? I don't remember signing off on this.
There you go. All right, let's see what's going on in the world of good. Little good news action for you on this Thursday, October the 31st. Waking you up on the right side of the bed this morning. It is good news time. Here we go. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories right here remind us of the silver lining in the cloud over all of our heads. My way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer. Well, good news action for you. Story number one coming from New York, where Joe Ball, an 84-year-old former New York Fire Department firefighter and lifelong Yankees fan, recently fulfilled a long-held dream when he got to attend a World Series game to see his team play. Luckily, he went to the one the Yankees won. That was Game 4. His daughter, Jamie DePallo, organized a successful fundraising effort to cover tickets and travel expenses, allowing them to attend Game 4 together, where the Yankees won 11-4. Ball was deeply moved by this generosity that made this memorable experience possible, and DePallo hopes their story will inspire others to never give up on their dreams. Story number two coming from Indiana, where Fishers, Indiana 6-year-old Harper DeBellet wanted to attend Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, but her mom said the tickets were too expensive. So she said, you know what, Mom, I'll earn the money myself. Her mom, Hannah, posted on Nextdoor, which led to lots of work opportunities for Harper, from pet sitting to yard cleanup. After months of dedicated effort, she saved enough for her concert ticket and learned a valuable lesson as well about hard work, and also made friends with her neighbors. And story number three coming from New Jersey, where a teacher in Bayonne, New Jersey, protected a student from being attacked by a group of other students, stepping in to physically shield him despite the risk. Kathy Hurley, a 56-year-old teacher at William Sherman Midtown Community School, was recorded on security cameras intervening when she encountered the outnumbered student. The school district superintendent commended Hurley for her courageous actions, which her daughter says is a reminder that there are good people in the world. The good news: a New Jersey teacher shields a teenager with her body to protect him from a group attack. A 6-year-old Swiftie buys her own Eras Tour ticket by doing odd jobs. And a woman surprises an 84-year-old dad with tickets to his first World Series game. That's what's going on in this morning's World of Absolute Good, folks. All right, coming up, Silliness at Sunrise, the dad joke of the day. Rick Dees has this morning's Planet of the Apps, the Country Comic Spotlight, and what you missed last night as you were sleeping, the best jokes from late night television. It's all coming up right after this. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025 if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at robinhood.com/election.
Saturday night. Time to conquer all Rocky Top and squeeze out a little orange juice along the way. Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats. Touchdown!
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM C105.
It's about inches, and it's about passing 2 to 3 cars per run.
We've had a couple second-place finishes, some close opportunities, some missed chances there, which really hurt.
You don't want something gimmicky. I think mixing it up would be cool.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's majestic golden eagles and other less majestic birds taunting you through the baseball-sized hole in your new windows. It's soaring guitar solos performed through faulty wiring in your garage, which subsequently erupts into flames. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Whether your engine runs daily or only when you need it, Z-Max Micro Lubricant is the force you need against carbon buildup that can damage your engine. It soaks into metal and keeps your vehicle running at peak performance. Find out more at ZMax.com or visit us on Facebook and Twitter. Protect your engine to the max with Z-Max.
In the second round of the Cup Series playoff, William Byron ran top 3 in all 3 races. Then in round 3, he's been 4th at Las Vegas and 6th at Homestead, giving him 5 consecutive top 10s. In the next-gen era, Byron will tell you, that's not easy to do.
It's super hard with this car because it's so hard to pass 20 cars in a run or something like that. So it's about inches, and it's about passing 2 to 3 cars per run. And so, yeah, if you have a bad pit stop, if you have strategy not go your way, it's hard to have a good finish consistently. So different car, and that creates some differences in the stat sheet.
Hard to believe Byron's hot streak has put him only 7 points above the cut line heading to Martinsville. With only a couple of races left, Kyle Busch is still winless in 2024, unable to get the victory that would give him a record-extending 20 straight winning seasons. At this point, Busch says it's almost like trying to get a win in the closing stages of the regular season to make the playoff.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's similar, sure. You know, you kind of come down towards the closing stages of the regular season. We had some pretty good runs. We've had a couple second-place finishes, some close opportunities, some missed chances there, which really hurt of being able to get in the playoffs, for one, but two, to just scratch off the 20-year question mark. All you can do is try each week and execute, put yourself in the right spot to have that shot to win. And if it don't happen, then you were beat by others that were better than you.
And at Homestead Monday, Goodyear held a wet weather tire test with Alex Bowman, John Hunter Nemechek, and Ryan Preece.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A week from Sunday, Phoenix will host the championship race for the 5th year in a row, but there are those, like Michael McDowell, who would like to see the season-ending race moved around, and McDriver has a couple of interesting ideas.
You don't want something gimmicky. I shouldn't say gimmicky, that's not the right word, but you don't want something like Talladega or Daytona to be the final round. Nobody wants that. Bristol has that element of excitement, but the best cars typically win there, so a place like that, Charlotte, I think that would kind of be fun in front of a hometown crowd, you know, and what that would mean. I think mixing it up would be cool.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive is helping to drive veterans' lives forward through their Keys to Progress program.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with our array of fresh cargo scents for cars for $1.99, tantalizing tarts $7.99, and delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99, large jars $25.99, grand candy jars for $89.99, and a large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit us at Papa's Quick Stop across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds for an exhilarating experience.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, and I appreciate that, buddy. It's brought to you by our friends over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision, auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company. They fix water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and do paintless dent repair at Danville Auto Body Shop, 859-236-2299. Increasing clouds, a high today 79, low tonight 51. Again, rain showers are pushing further and further back into the evening to where it's really looking like it's going to be overnight tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, then becoming sunny after the rain gets out of here. A high of 65. Saturday, sunny and 70. Sunday, partly sunny and 76. It's 6:51 in the morning right now. It's 64 degrees in Danville. Thursday, October the 31st. What's going to be even more confusing is the fact that the weather is going to be more than likely okay tonight. And so there are going to be people who are, I know there are going to be people in their neighborhoods that live in Danville that are going to be waiting for trick-or-treaters and be like, hey, where are the trick-or-treaters? And there are probably going to be a couple of stragglers anyway who don't realize trick-or-treating has been postponed. They're not listening to the show. They're not looking on Facebook. And so they're walking door to door, and they're like, why is no one handing out candy except for the one house who also is in the same boat as the trick-or-treaters who don't know trick-or-treating has been postponed because the weather's good. If it was rainy, then you're probably just going to assume it's postponed. But it was postponed 2 days ago, and now it looks like it's not going to rain, and it adds even more confusion, an extra layer of confusion for what has been the most confusing holiday of the calendar year, Halloween 2024 in Central Kentucky. When is trick-or-treating happening? I'm honestly kind of prepared myself to just hand out candy both days, because I know there's going to be people who don't know that it's not happening tonight. And I know there are going to be people who are going to be out Saturday, too, because they know it's been postponed. So I'm of the preparation to hand out candy both days. All right, 64 degrees. Let's give you a little dad joke of the day. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment right here in the Joe Show. It's the dad joke of the day. Let's do it.
Dad joke of the day.
All right, the dad joke of the day. You know, my wife Rebecca is pregnant, and she's due in December, so pretty far along here. And when you think about childbirth, it's kind of weird that you say that childbirth is delivery, right? They're delivering the child. It's weird that another way to say childbirth is delivery, because when you think about it, it's really actually more of like a takeout than it is a delivery. The dad joke of the day, Mondays through Fridays, at this time on the Joe Show. There you go.
Welcome to the planet of the apps. Well, here you go. You're looking for one app that will do this. It will tell you all of the sit-down restaurants, the takeout, the coffee houses, deliveries, menus, specials, everything on all of the restaurants near you, wherever you are, especially when you travel. I found it. It's Served, S-I-R-V-E-D, S-I-R-V-E-D, Served, free in the App Store. And once again, it includes all the restaurants, the takeout, the coffee houses, deliveries, shows you them on the map. Oh, it's good. And links for each one if you'd like to order. You got to get it. I love it. It's called Served. Especially when you travel, you need this one. S-I-R-V-E-D. And it meets all the criteria. You'll love it. 5-star rated for all of the restaurants, everything near you. S-I-R-V-E-D. Get it in the App Store. It's Served. Rick D's and this molten magma every day. We call it The Planet of the Apps.
Here you go, Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays in the Joe Show. At this time leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where Buddy Fitzpatrick is in the spotlight this morning. Buddy Fitzpatrick talking about driving the cheapest car in the world. Buddy Fitzpatrick, here he is in the Country Comic Spotlight.
I bought a new car. I bought a Nissan Versa. I don't know if anybody else drives the cheapest car in the world. Anybody? Anybody? Do you really? Do you drive one? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Be careful. Be careful, really. It's horrible. They're always hydroplaning, not even raining in a hydroplanes. That's really, right? It's got the baby horn, so it never tells the other drivers how angry you really are. I always regret using it. Hey, Rambo! It's horrible. They should make cars with like 10 horn sounds around them so you can choose the sound you need depending on the situation that you're in. I don't know why they don't do that. They'd be a lot more polite too, wouldn't they? You know, you're driving, you see somebody trying to cut you off. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're at a light, the light turns green, the guy in front of you just sits there. Hey, 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 hey. Hey.
Oh, look at that. My goodness. A commercial in the middle of our stand-up again. That is just infuriating.
See somebody walking, they stumble and fall. That would be the way that would work, right? Yes. I always laugh when I see a smart car. I love smart cars. They just crack me up. Anybody drive a smart car? I'm so sorry if you do, because they just make me laugh. Have you ever been on a highway and you see somebody driving a smart car and you look in at the guy driving and they're driving like nothing's wrong? Isn't that weird? Right? Because they should be like this. I know, right? I don't know. You know. They're not. They're driving like nothing. Because it looks like it was in an accident, but the front survived.
Buddy Fitzpatrick of the Country Comic Spotlight, Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps, the dad joke of the day in here as well, and the best jokes from last night's late night shows. Starting off with Jimmy Fallon, who was joking last night while you were catching some Z's about the election coming up in now about 5 days. Early voting underway today, Election Day on Tuesday.
The election is 6 days away, and of course, it's all anyone can talk about. Right now, the Menendez brothers maybe we picked a bad time to get everyone's attention.
Seth Meyers joking last night about President Joe Biden, who called President Donald Trump supporters garbage. Sheesh, this was on Late Night with Seth Meyers.
While denouncing racist remarks at former President Trump's Madison Square Garden rally on Sunday, President Biden appeared to refer to Trump supporters as garbage. Now, obviously, what he meant to say was nothing.
Joe Biden, not Joe Biden, well, Joe Biden being joked about, but Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon in The Tonight Show last night joking with you when you were catching up on your sleep. You also had Rick Dees in the Planet of the Apps, the dad joke of the day, and we had the Country Comic Spotlight as well with Buddy Fitzpatrick. Hey, if Wendy's is what you're craving, even if it's not what you're craving, you're going to want to be craving it after you hear about this $5 biggie bag they got. It's the best deal in fast food, bar none. Nothing comes close to it. It's such a good deal. It's why the other guys have tried to replicate this deal. Often imitated, but never replicated. It's Wendy's in Danville, $5 biggie bag, where you pick either a junior bacon cheeseburger, crispy chicken sandwich, or double stack. You pick either regular or spicy nuggets. You get a junior fry, and you pick your drink or a Frosty that you can substitute out for your drink as well with this $5 biggie bag. It's at Wendy's in Danville, the best deal in fast food because it lets you make your biggie bag uniquely yours. Wendy's in Danville, Houstonville Road. Tell them you heard them this morning on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville, News, Talk Sports, and HometownLive.net.
Hi, Bull County. This is Hillary Blevins with the Syringe Service Program at the Bull County Health Department. My goal is judgment-free zone, and meeting the participants where they are is what is important. I do my best to utilize my personal experience to assist others from overdose deaths in our community. Come see me at 448 South 3rd Street or call me at 859-236-2053.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will be spending Halloween campaigning in Arizona. Harris will be holding a Democratic rally in Phoenix with Mexican-American band Los Tigres del Norte, while Trump will be holding a Republican rally in Glendale with Tucker Carlson. Both candidates will also be in Nevada today, as well as Trump visiting New Mexico. For the second time in 5 years, the Los Angeles Dodgers are World Series champions. The Dodgers clinched their 8th championship in franchise history after rallying for a 7-6 win over the New York Yankees in Game 5. Dodgers first baseman Freddie Freeman says this was a crazy season.
There's a group of guys together. When you start supporting a teammate in his first year, like we did, for him to go out there and have the greatest season, I think, of all time, pretty special.
The Dodgers will be celebrating with a parade this Friday. The parade starts downtown at 11 a.m. Pacific, and after the parade, a special ticketed event will be held at Dodger Stadium. Both events will be televised locally. The White House is condemning North Korea's recent missile tests. Laura Westbrook with more.
Officials believe it was a long-range ballistic missile fired at a high angle. Japan said it threatened not only Japan, but the international community, and said the flight time was among the longest.
On Wednesday, a spokesperson for the National Security Council called North Korea's test launch a flagrant violation of multiple UN Security Council resolutions. While the missile launch didn't pose a threat to the U.S., White House officials say it needlessly raises tensions and risks destabilizing the security situation in the region. And House Speaker Mike Johnson is denying that he wants to repeal Obamacare. The Louisiana Republican told The Hill that despite Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign referring to comments that he made at a campaign stop, he never said he wanted to end Obamacare. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215.
Russia is fining Google for more money than the world's entire gross domestic product. Tammy Trujillo with details.
Sky News says a Russian judge made that decision this week after Google removed state-run and pro-government accounts from YouTube. Google was fined an undecillion rubles, which is a 1 followed by 36 zeros, or a trillion times a trillion times a trillion. The court said Google cannot return to the Russian market until after the fine is paid. Google has a current stock market value of about $2.1 trillion. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
A federal judge says a woman who accused Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault cannot move forward with a civil lawsuit under a pseudonym. A Tennessee woman filed a lawsuit as Jane Doe earlier this month, alleging she was raped by Combs in 2004. On Wednesday, the district court judge in New York wrote that defendants have a right to defend themselves, including by investigating the plaintiff, and gave the woman until November 13th to file the suit under her own name. The suit is one of over a dozen filed against Combs since September by plaintiffs using a pseudonym. Combs has denied any wrongdoing. On Sunday, we set the clocks back 1 hour and return to standard time. Bree Tennis with your personal investment into the time change.
It doesn't matter when we change time. It's always a win-lose. This time, we fall back an hour and gain an hour of sleep. That's a win. But we lose an hour of daylight as the sun will set about 4:54 Sunday afternoon. And you'll also lose about 20 minutes setting the clocks that don't auto-adjust, your oven, your microwave, your coffee pot. And while you're setting clocks, take a peek at your car because they don't always automatically switch time, and you don't want to freak out driving into work Monday.
And the number of people infected from the McDonald's Quarter Pounder E. coli outbreak has now risen to 90. The CDC says 27 have been hospitalized. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, and I have exciting news for you. From now until the end of the year, current Ram truck owners can get up to $10,000 off a new Ford F-150. $10,000 off a new Ford F-150. This is the first time Ford has ever offered this type of discount. Please take advantage of it. We have over 150 new Fords in stock. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass or shop online at www.stuartpowell.com. We make it easy.
Bad decisions limit future options. Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
Good morning to you folks. Thursday, it is Halloween, the 31st day of the month of October. A day where we are expecting rain showers and thunderstorms possible. Most of that has continued to be pushed back into the late evening hours and more into the early morning hours of Friday. So get your trick-or-treat on tonight, just not in the city of Danville and not in the city of Danville, not in the city of Junction City, and not in Lancaster as well. Perryville having theirs tonight. Harrisburg having theirs tonight. The areas of Boyle County outside the city of Danville, the city limits, will be having theirs tonight as well. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Early non-excused voting gets underway today. So where can you vote? If you're a registered voter who has not cast your ballot yet, then you have the next 3 days to vote early, or you can vote on Election Day Tuesday. In Boyle County, early voting is taking place at the showroom on Lebanon Road today through Saturday. In Garrett County, early voting at the Garrett County Clerk's Office today through Saturday, while in Lincoln County, it's at the Lincoln County Clerk's Office. Early voting takes place at those 3 locations from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 today through Saturday. Meanwhile, in Mercer County, it'll take place at the Mercer County Clerk's Office, though they'll go 30 minutes longer from 8 until 4:30. Again, early voting is open beginning today and going through Saturday. Former Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk Angela Doolin has returned to the seat and has been sworn in to fill the remainder of the term left behind by Dwight Hopkins. Hopkins was removed from that seat by the Kentucky Supreme Court on September 26th after the Supreme Court concluded his conduct constituted discrimination and unlawful workplace harassment, which in turn created a hostile work environment. Doolin had already beaten Hopkins in the May primary, and since she's running unopposed in Tuesday's election, she was picked by Judge Marcus Vanover to go ahead and fill out the remainder of that term until she's officially elected on Tuesday. Happy Halloween, Central Kentucky. Quite frankly, trick-or-treat times have gotten a little complicated. With storms threatening Halloween tonight, some cities have moved their trick-or-treat times. Here's what we have so far of dates and times for trick-or-treat events in our area. First, tonight on Halloween, where many places are still carrying on with their events despite the call for rain showers. That includes Harrodsburg, Perryville, Bergen, Liberty, Stanford, and those who live outside the city limits of cities in Boyle County. All those places are still on for tonight's trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster have moved their trick-or-treat nights to Saturday. Even McDowell Health is sponsoring a free health screening at Perryville Baptist Church. That will happen on Wednesday, November 13th, and will include cholesterol, blood pressure, body mass index, anxiety, depression, and take-home colorectal cancer screening kits for those over the age of 65. Flu shots will also be offered. It's Wednesday, November 13th from 5 until 7 at Perryville Baptist Church. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
You will see Dracula. You will see...
Silence! Boyle County High School will be performing Dracula for the Halloween show on October 31st at 8:30 p.m. and November 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. You can get tickets at thebcpac.com.
Tickets only cost you your soul. Or $15.
There will be blood, scares, and darkness, so be wary and don't forget your garlic.
The Halloween show on October 31st at 8:30 p.m. and November 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m.
You will see Dracula. You will see...
Silence!
Every fan knows the advantage
playing on their home field. Hi, I'm Patrick McClure from McClure & Bailey. Proud to be a lifelong resident of Danville and Bull County. Our firm can provide a variety of services to meet the legal needs of you and our community. We're all local attorneys. We understand the needs of the people from Danville and Bull County because we are people of Danville and Bull County. Call the hometown team of McClure & Bailey at 236-8888. Now located at 426 South 4th Street, just south of downtown Danville. Go Ads, go Cats, and go Rebels. This is an advertisement.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, old Jackie boy. It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet in Harrisburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street. All right, cloudy skies, a high of 79, a low tonight of 51. Get a good chance of rain showers overnight into early Friday morning. Sunny tomorrow, high of 65. Saturday, sunny and 70. Sunday, partly sunny and 76. Right now, it is 7:11 in the morning. It's 65 degrees in Danville on this Thursday, October the 31st. Again, trick-or-treat hours for tonight in Perryville, 6:30 to 8:30. For the areas outside the city of Danville that live in Boyle County, those areas are 5:30 to 7:30. And so you can get your trick-or-treat on tonight and then also on Saturday as well in the city of Danville, in Junction City, and in Lancaster. Harrodsburg is going tonight as well. I believe Bergen is going tonight. In fact, most areas are going tonight. There's just a couple of them. Danville, Junction City, Lancaster, who have postponed theirs until Saturday. Let's see what's going on with Boyle County head coach Justin Hannix in Rebel football, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
And we welcome onto the show Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Hannix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I am doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning on Halloween morning as your Rebels are set to take on Frederick Douglass. You know, you all could wear the all-black uniforms tomorrow. Frederick Douglass could wear all orange. You can have the Halloween colors there on tomorrow night.
Yeah, that would be cool. I said the KSSAA kind of blocked all that. You can't wear those home colors. They have to approve it if you do something like that. So that is a good idea, though.
Yeah, so how far in advance do you have to approve that?
I don't think you could do it in a day.
I
think you got to start about that week. You know, you'd have to talk and get some approval. A lot of times they don't do that.
Hey, if you all during the COVID pandemic could get a game in a day, surely KHSA can approve uniform changes in a day.
You'd
Come
like
on
to
now.
think so.
Yeah. Hey, you all got Frederick Douglass coming up tomorrow, and should be a good one. This is a Frederick Douglass team. We've talked about their offense, their defense, loaded with D1 commits and D1 players. And, Coach, I'm kind of expecting you to tell me their long snapper and their holder are D1 commits, too. I mean, that's just how loaded they are. Special teams-wise, they got two different kickers they've run out there. They're a perfect 32 for 32 on extra points. They've also attempted one field goal. They've made one field goal. So, kicking-wise, they look pretty solid.
They are. They kick it deep. They cover well. Both kickers, they got a guy who he kicks off, and then they got a guy who kicks field goals and extra points. And then Avion Chenault, the good receiver, is also the punter. So that makes it difficult. You got a good athlete back there who can also punt, so we have to do a great job of making sure they kick it and, preparing for the fake with it.
Yeah, it's like when Sage Dawson was you all's punter, right? You had a good athlete back there, somebody who could do something with the ball in his hands if the defense turns their back or something.
Yeah, it definitely makes it dangerous. So what's you got to deal with? So we got to do a great job.
Avion Chenault also appears to be their kickoff return man. He has one kickoff return for a touchdown. So how dangerous are they in their return game?
He is in punt and kick return. And then they got the other Talbert kid, number 0. He's back. So I'm sure both those kids will be back deep, and they've got all those running backs that they have too that they can play back there. So very dangerous in their return game.
It's crazy, Coach, how some of the skills you're talking about, like, they don't seem to translate to each other, yet some guys are just good football players, right? I mean, you got a guy in Avion Chenault who's a receiver, he's a return man, he plays defense, and he also punts for him. Like, that punting seems like so far off all the other skills, but yet he does it all for him.
He does, and he's a multi-sport guy. He plays basketball, too. So, you know, those things, I think that all translates. And what we want, I mean, I know Coach Peaks, just like us, as far as once those guys playing, and the more dynamic athletes you have, the better.
There you go. Bull County head coach Justin Haddox. Coach, do we still have JV, freshman, middle school games going on?
Our middle school plays Saturday. They play Taylor County in the state playoff. Our freshmen play Saturday also for the championship. They get a rematch against Scott County.
Okay.
In that. And, see, I think our JV's over with. So they'll start moving up with us, some of them. But, you know, that's pretty much going to end it up this weekend. Which our middle school, hopefully if they win, they continue to play in the state playoffs, which is, I hope that happens.
Yeah, so you got Boyle County High School Friday. You got middle school and JV, I think you said, or freshman on Saturday. Freshman on Saturday. So a busy weekend for the Rebel football team. Once again, Coach, what do you work on in practice on this Thursday?
We're just going through our run-through. You know, we're working all situations, finalizing the game plan on both sides, and just hopefully being smooth and ready to roll.
There you go, Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddox. Coach, we appreciate you being on this morning. Hey, did you see your alma mater, the WKU Hilltoppers, took care of Kennesaw State last night? Did you watch any of that game?
I watched some of that. Yeah, I did watch early. Kennesaw beat Liberty, and then I think it played close a little bit, and then I think the Hilltoppers pulled away late.
Yeah, WKU with a 31-14 win. Kennesaw State was winless before last week. They beat Liberty, who was unbeaten, and then WKU beat Kennesaw State last night 31-14. Coach, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go. Boyle County head coach Justin Haddox, the Rebels, and the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Yeah, let's get that done for next year, Coach. The all-orange for Frederick Douglass, the all-black for Boyle County. Because Danville used to do that when they played Frankfort the last game of the regular season, which is this weekend, back when Coach Clevenger was at Danville. They would go to Frankfort, or Frankfort would come to Danville that last weekend, and Frankfort would wear their all-orange uniforms, and Danville had an alternate all-black uniform. And I remember one weekend, one Friday night, they were playing at Admiral Stadium, and it was like hazy and foggy, and there were Halloween colors. It just looked like a game that would be played on Halloween weekend. So, all orange versus all black. We can get the KHSA to approve that for next year. Right now, it's 7:17 in the morning. We've got Danville head coach Frank Parks coming up here right around the corner. We're talking about Bardstown special teams, and he'll be picking the Thursday night football winner as well. It's coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the Danville Bypass and online at stuartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, and I have exciting news for you. From now until the end of the year, current Ram truck owners can get up to $10,000 off a new Ford F-150. $10,000 off a new Ford F-150. This is the first time Ford has ever offered this type of discount. Please take advantage of it. We have over 150 new Fords in stock. Stop by and see us at 225 South Danville Bypass or shop online at www.stuartpowell.com. We make it easy.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Los Angeles Dodgers won baseball's World Series last night over the New York Yankees 7-6, taking the title 4-1. New York jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but L.A. came back to tie it up with 5 runs in the top of the 5th, aided by 3 Yankee errors. The Yankees' last lead of the season was 6-5 on Giancarlo Stanton's sacrifice fly in the 6th. L.A. scored twice in the 8th to go up 7-6. Blake Trinan pitched 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief and got the win. Former Lexington Henry Clay pitcher Walker Buehler hurled a 1-2-3 ninth for the save. Buehler won Game 3 Monday night. Freddie Freeman was named the series MVP. Kentucky's a big underdog at Tennessee Saturday night in Knoxville. The 7th-ranked Vols are favored by 16 points. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30, kickoffs at 7:45 for UK at UT Saturday night on Z105. In college football last night, Western Kentucky beat Kennesaw State 31-14. Hilltoppers are now 6-2. In other college football action Saturday, Center College is at Berry. Louisville is a 10.5-point underdog at number 11 Clemson. And Eastern Kentucky University visits Tarleton State Saturday night. Hometown Radio has 4 high school football games for you tomorrow as the regular season comes to an end. Boyle County hosts Frederick Douglass on Z105. Danville's at Bardstown on WHIR-FM. Mercer County visits Lincoln County on WHBN-FM. And Garrett County entertains Harrison County, delayed on Z105. In the girls' 12th Region Volleyball semifinals last night, Boyle County edged Pulaski County 3-2, and West Jessamine nipped Southwestern 3-2. Boyle County is out West Jessamine tonight at 7 o'clock for the 12th Region Championship. And the NFL Thursday Night Special on Amazon finds Houston at New York. The Texans are 6-2, the Jets 2-6. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Peg starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Peg on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Farmers National Bank invites you to flash your school spirit by offering you debit cards created especially for your school, including Boyle County High School, Bergen Independent School, Casey County High School, Center College, Danville High School, Danville Christian Academy, Garrett County High School, Kentucky School for the Deaf, Lincoln County High School, and Mercer County High School. School debit cards from Farmers National Bank offer many great conveniences and services. Come to the Farmers National Bank location nearest you or visit us today online at fnbky.com. Since 1879, Farmers National Bank proudly serves you with banking locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Flash your school spirit with a school debit card from Farmers National Bank. Your lifetime bank. Certain restrictions may apply. See your Farmers National Bank representative for complete details. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Appreciate that, Jack. It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Allen in Harrodsburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street. Increasing clouds, a high today 79, a low tonight of 51. Again, rain showers are continuing to be pushed back into the later morning hours tomorrow, and this is going to be a day where I just know people are going to be confused with trick-or-treating. And you just know it's going to happen, where it's going to end up being a good night, and there are people who are either A, not on social media, or B, not listening to the show. Or we've mentioned multiple times that Danville trick-or-treating has been postponed. And I know they're going to be waiting for kids to show up. And here's the thing. I know that there are parents going to take their kids trick-or-treating in Danville tonight because they also don't know it's been postponed. And so you're going to have some individuals giving out candy to individuals who have no idea it's been postponed. And then when Saturday rolls around, and most people are out Saturday in Danville doing trick-or-treating, or in Junction City doing trick-or-treating, and they go to these houses that, well, why are you here? We had trick-or-treating Thursday, but that's not the case in these areas. It's on Saturday. And the fact that it's not going to rain tonight is going to make the confusion even more because the weather's going to be great. If it rained, you would understand why they postponed it. But now it doesn't look like it's going to rain, and I just know that there's going to be people who are scratching their heads wondering what in the world's going on tonight. But we've done our best, and now we'll talk Danville football. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance. Coach Frank Parks joins the show.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we are joined by Danville Admiral head football coach Frank Parks. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well. How are you?
Doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. Talking Bardstown. We talked about their defense, which you say very aggressive. They like to blitz a lot. Talked about their offense and the athletes they boast on offense, like Monty Marshall and their quarterback Carson Riley, who can throw it around a little bit. And now let's talk about their special teams, Coach, where they look pretty dependable in special teams and more than pretty dependable when it comes to kickoff returns and punt returns. But let's start off with their kicking game first. Alex Wood is their kicker. He's 23 for 24 in extra points this year. He's also 1 for 1 on field goal attempts. So, again, they seem pretty solid kicking extra points after touchdowns.
Yes, they are very efficient with the point, and he does a good job even in the kickoff phases. So they have a very reliable kicker.
Coach, you had mentioned at the beginning of this week, I believe on our Monday Coaches show, where we interviewed you for our Pigskin Report, that you thought Bardstown may be one of the best teams that you all play all year long. And it's hard to argue with that when you look at the stats. This team has scored 7 touchdowns this year when they haven't even been on offense. Those are phenomenal numbers. They have a pick six. They have a fumble recovery for a touchdown. But they are dangerous in the kickoff and punt return game. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, and they have 2 punt returns for touchdowns as well. So, I mean, they boast the ability to take it to the end zone regardless of what side of the ball they're on.
Oh, yes. They're a very explosive group, especially when it comes to those special teams, punt return, kickoff return. So we really talked about that yesterday. With making sure we stay lanes and we sprint down and try to kick away from some of those guys to limit their touches and ability to provide those explosive plays on special teams. So, like I said, they are a dangerous, group of skilled kids.
Yeah, the young man we talked about mostly regarding offense, Monty Marshall, their starting running back, has 23 touchdowns this year. 5 of those are either on defense or special teams. I mean, you get a guy with 20-plus touchdowns in a year, he's doing great things. He's got 23 of them. They still have the game Friday and then playoff games to go. He's putting together a heck of a year, Coach, and I know they know who Monty Marshall is in Bardstown, but I'm not sure how many people outside the area know how good this player is. Monty Marshall wears number 7 for the Bardstown Tigers.
Yes, he done broke several long runs, and like you said, able to score on in all 3 phases. That is remarkable and shows, there's just been a good football players as well, been able to have that ability to score in all 3 phases.
Yeah, we talked about that actually when I interviewed Coach Haddix. There are guys who are just good football players, right? Like, it doesn't matter. He could probably, honestly, maybe kick it and punt it, and he'd probably be pretty good at kicking and punt. Like, he's a good football player. Regardless of where you put him, he can make plays, and there are guys who are they're good football players. He's one of them.
Right, and that's the difference between those who are great athletes, but those who have that athleticism, but also understand the game and just have a knack for making plays in whatever area it is.
Yeah, there are guys like that. It seems like you need a play made. There can be a guy who steps up and makes that play for those teams, and Amani Marshall's that guy. Hey, Coach, before we let you go, we got Thursday Night Football tonight, and we were a little confused last week about what our records were, so I had to go back and look because I was confused too. Bills, Dolphins, we both missed. Jets, Patriots, we got. Cowboys, Giants, we got. Falcons, Buccaneers, we got. So we were both 3-1 at that point. Seahawks, 49ers. I went Niners, you went Seahawks. So that made me 4-1. You were 3-2. Broncos and Saints the next week, we forgot to pick. It slipped my mind. And I remember talking to you that next day on Friday and said, I'm glad it slipped my mind because I would have gone Saints and the Broncos won. But we didn't make official picks. So it's still 4-1 and 3-2. And then the Rams, Vikings. You picked Vikings, I picked Rams, which puts me at 5-1, and you at 3-3. So we'll see where you go tonight, Coach. Still a lot of games left. The 6-2 Texans, without Stephon Diggs, out for the year with a torn ACL. They're going to New York to take on the struggling Jets, Jets. You got the Texans at 6-2, or the Jets at 2-6 tonight. Who do you got, Coach?
I think I'm going to go with the Texans.
The Texans. All right, so we're differing again. This may come back to bite me. But the Jets are in a must-win situation. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, more chemistry this week. They've played now. This is their third game together. Texans reeling without Stephon Diggs. So I'm going to go with the 2-6 Jets tonight to upset the Texans. So you have a chance to gain a game on me here tonight, Coach, and we'll see how that goes as we talk tomorrow morning. Coach, appreciate you being on. Coach Frank Parks, head coach of the Danville Admirals. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. Okay, Coach?
All right.
All right, Coach. Bye.
All right.
That's Danville head coach Frank Parks, Admirals and Bardstown Tigers. And they'll do battle tomorrow night, 7:30. We'll have the game right here on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 7:32 in the morning. The County Agents Corner is coming up next.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more.
Helpful people.
Free local delivery. Mobile app refills right to your door.
Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Early non-excused voting gets underway today. So where can you vote? If you're a registered voter who has not cast your ballot yet, then you have the next 3 days to vote early, or you can vote on Election Day Tuesday. In Boyle County, early voting is taking place at the showroom on Lebanon Road today through Saturday. In Garrett County, early voting at the Garrett County Clerk's Office today through Saturday. While in Lincoln County, it's at the Lincoln County Clerk's Office. Early voting takes place at those 3 locations from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 today through Saturday. Meanwhile, in Mercer County, it'll take place at the Mercer County Clerk's office, though they'll go 30 minutes longer from 8 until 4:30. Again, early voting is open beginning today and going through Saturday. Former Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk Angela Doolin has returned to the seat and has been sworn in to fill the remainder of the term left behind by Dwight Hopkins. Hopkins was removed from that seat by the Kentucky Supreme Court on September 26th after the Supreme Court concluded his conduct constituted discrimination and unlawful workplace harassment, which in turn created a hostile work environment. Doolin had already beaten Hopkins in the May primary, and since she's running unopposed in Tuesday's election, she was picked by Judge Marcus Vanover to go ahead and fill out the remainder of that term until she's officially elected on Tuesday. Happy Halloween, Central Kentucky. Quite frankly, trick-or-treat times have gotten a little complicated. With storms threatening Halloween tonight, some cities have moved their trick-or-treat times. Here's what we have so far of dates and times for trick-or-treat events in our area. First, tonight on Halloween, where many places are still carrying on with their events despite the call for rain showers. That includes Harrodsburg, Perryville, Bergen, Liberty, Stanford, and those who live outside the city limits of cities in Boyle County. All those places are still on for tonight's trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster have moved their trick-or-treat nights to Saturday. Even Riddell Health is sponsoring a free health screening at Perryville Baptist Church. That will happen on Wednesday, November 13th, and will include cholesterol, blood pressure, body mass index, anxiety, depression, and take-home colorectal cancer screening kits for those over the age of 65. Flu shots will also be offered. It's Wednesday, November 13th from 5 until 7 at Perryville Baptist Church. I'm Joe Mathis.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi. Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Take your ride to the next level in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Next level rides with next level savings. Score 1.9% financing on 2024 models like Kia Sorento, Sportage, and Forte.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Next level savings start at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
1.9% APR financing up to 48 months and $21.22 per month per thousand financed on 2024 Kia Sorento and Sportage and Forte. Not all buyers will qualify for financing. Good through Kia Financial Services. 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer expires October 31st, 2024.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast? See the new owners and operators of the Little Sign Shop. They have full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and they offer logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. Increasing clouds, a high today of 80. Rain showers are way past us overnight into the early Friday morning hours, which should make for a pretty pleasant night to trick-or-treat unless you are in Danville, Junction City, or Lancaster, in which you will not be trick-or-treating tonight. Tomorrow, you get cloudy skies, becoming sunny, a high of 65. Saturday, sunny and 70. Sunday, sunny and 76. Right now, it's 7:38 in the morning, 65 degrees, and the most confusing Halloween that we've ever had. And Tyler Miller joins us on this morning's County Agents Corner. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, happy Halloween there, Joe.
Hey, happy Halloween. What's going on, Tyler? Sounds like you're on a jet ski right now. Where are you talking to us from?
Oh, I'm on Highway 127 and heading up towards Danville this morning.
There you go. Well, you can honk and wave when you make the Danville city limits, okay? We'll honk and wave back.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Sounds good.
Good stuff. Tyler's on here to give us the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. They are in Stanford.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
And here's Tyler Miller.
All right. Happy Halloween out there to all the million listeners that dial in each morning. And, we don't have it yet, but we usually do at some point, especially through our winter feeding season, and that's dealing with mud. If we can get a step ahead of the mud, that makes a huge impact on the ground, makes a huge impact on the livestock. And, just imagine walking through knee-deep sand every time you have to go to the dinner table. It's an energy sucker, wears you out hard on the animals. So, one way to deal with mud, number one is concrete, right? Concrete's expensive, so that's kind of a last resort thing. But there are places on the farm where it's good to pour concrete. If we're inside, we can do this geotextile paper grid and backfill it with gravel, and it sets up really hard. And the good thing about that is it's impermeable, so the urine and everything can leach through, and we're not creating a nasty wet mess inside. But that can be pricey as well. But utilizing tires, cutting the sidewall out of one side of the tires, excavating the ground a little bit, recessing those back in the ground, and then just simply taking rock and filling that rock, use a rock with a lot of dust in it and help it pack, and fill those tires back up, and we can make a really nice surface, improve our lanes on the farm and our high traffic areas through this route, and it's a lot more cost effective than our other options. So if you've got spots on your farm that may need improved, try it out, see what you think, and we can get you the plans for that if you so desire. So give me a call, and that is your Halloween County Agent's Corner edition. God bless you.
There you go. Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office. And this morning's County Agent's Corner. Tyler, I saw the pictures from Lincoln County's Trail of Treats that I guess happened last night. And it looked like there were 1 billion people there.
Yeah, is that right?
I guess you didn't go?
I was not.
Well,
not. No.
You would have been one of the many, many, many faces in the crowd, Tyler. I mean, the line looked like it stretched a crab orchard to get into the place.
Oh, my.
I mean,
how about that?
Yeah, so I guess that was last night. I don't know, just seeing the pictures on my Facebook pop up here right now. So Halloween is today, sure. Tyler. What's your go-to Halloween candy? And you cannot say Reese Peanut Butter Cup, because that's too generic of an answer, and that could be your go-to Halloween candy because it's mine. But give us then your second go-to Halloween candy.
All right, if I'm going to drop down to second,
second tier,
it's probably going to be a Milky Way or a Kit Kat has recently moved up.
Okay, a Kit Kat. You know what? I'm with you. When I was a kid, Kit Kats were okay. But, like, it's one of those candies where I wouldn't get too upset if my dad took them. You know, like, I'll eat them, but Dad seems to like them a lot, so whatever, Dad can have a Kit Kat or two. The older I get, I feel like Kit Kats have moved up my power rankings, and I don't know what it is about it. They still haven't trumped Reese Cups. But I'm with you. It's the adult palate, I guess, we have now, Tyler, to where Kit Kats are finer and finer by the day.
They are. Yeah, that's one way to just turn my crank. I guess is just good a full size Kit Kat. I want full size.
Yeah. There you go, Tyler. All right, Tyler. Before you go, some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. This segment right here on the Joe Show, proudly sponsored by Tyler Miller and the Lincoln County Extension Office. Fact number one, Tyler: the average mid-sized pumpkin has approximately how many seeds inside it, Tyler? What do you think?
Oh, let's go 6,000.
No, not that many. If it had 6,000 pumpkins, it would sound like one of those chocolate eggs filled with M&Ms in it. You know, like you'd shake it and it would sound like a maraca. No, that doesn't. It's got 500 seeds inside of it.
500.
Those are mostly the ones used for carving mid-sized pumpkins. The giant pumpkins that you see at fairs and in competitions can have about 800 seeds inside of it. So a little bit more, but still not quite the 6,000 that you guessed. Number 2, speaking of pumpkins, a man named Trevor Hunt holds the Guinness World Record for most pumpkins carved in an hour. In 2014, he carved 109 pumpkins in 60 minutes, or just 33 seconds per pumpkin, Tyler.
Wow.
I can carve a pumpkin in 33 seconds. I can't say it's going to be good.
Probably not the best.
Yeah, but give me a knife. I mean, I'll carve a pumpkin in 33 seconds. Cut out a couple of triangles for his eyes, a little mouth. Give me another one. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Number 3, according to the internet, every part of a pumpkin is edible. That includes the skin, the leaves, the flowers, and, Tyler, the stem, which we know is not called a stem. It is called a what? Remember, we learned this Monday.
Yeah.
A peduncle.
Yeah, peduncle.
I saw a peduncle on our walk yesterday. Me and Rebecca went for a walk. I looked down, and I said, look, Rebecca, there's a peduncle. She said, what are you talking about? I said, this is a pumpkin stem. These are not called stems. These are called peduncles. Somehow a pumpkin had lost its stem, and the stem was on the sidewalk. I said, look at that. It's a good-looking peduncle right there.
There you go.
Number 4, pumpkin is a great source of beta-carotene, which is what gives it its orange color. Like carrots and sweet potatoes have a lot of that too. Beta-carotene turns into vitamin A after you eat it, which is excellent for your eyes and your skin health and supports your immune system. Pumpkin is also high in potassium, which is good for your heart health. They're loaded with vitamin C, fiber, iron, and antioxidants, and they're low in calories. 1 cup has about 50 calories, so overall, pumpkins are very healthy to eat.
I thought they was. That's why I need more pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure, though, if it's congealed in pie form, if it's as healthy. But, I mean, I would assume, though, that a pumpkin pie is probably healthier than other options you can have.
Oh, probably.
Got to be. And number 5, pumpkins are native to Central America, and the oldest evidence is in pumpkin fragments that were found in Mexico and date back to around 6,000 B.C. Now, pumpkins are grown on 6 of the 7 continents. Is there any wild guess that you have, Tyler, as to which continent does not grow pumpkins right now?
Antarctica.
Antarctica is a great guess and is absolutely correct. Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office, and some random pumpkin facts for you. Tyler, thanks for being on. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
Awesome.
All right, Tyler. Bye. That's Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office at 7:47 in the morning, 64 degrees. Here in Danville and Boyle County, and Mimi Becker is coming up next.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Los Angeles Dodgers won baseball's World Series last night over the New York Yankees 7-6, taking the title 4-1. New York jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but L.A. came back to tie it up with 5 runs in the top of the 5th, aided by 3 Yankee errors. The Yankees' last lead of the season was 6-5 on Giancarlo Stanton's sacrifice fly in the 6th. L.A. scored twice in the 8th to go up 7-6. Blake Trinan pitched 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief and got the win. Former Lexington Henry Clay pitcher Walker Buehler hurled a 1-2-3 ninth for the save. Buehler won Game 3 Monday night. Freddie Freeman was named the series MVP. Kentucky's a big underdog at Tennessee Saturday night in Knoxville. The 7th-ranked Vols are favored by 16 points. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30, kickoffs at 7:45 for UK at UT Saturday night on Z105. In college football last night, Western Kentucky beat Kennesaw State 31-14. Hilltoppers are now 6-2. In other college football action Saturday, Center College is at Berry. Louisville is a 10.5-point underdog at number 11 Clemson, and Eastern Kentucky University visits Tarleton State Saturday night. Hometown Radio has 4 high school football games for you tomorrow as the regular season comes to an end. Boyle County hosts Frederick Douglass on Z105. Danville's at Bardstown on WHIR-FM. Mercer County visits Lincoln County on WHBN-FM. And Garrett County entertains Harrison County, delayed on Z105. In the girls' 12th Region Volleyball semifinals last night, Boyle County edged Pulaski County 3-2, and West Jessamine nipped Southwestern 3-2. Boyle County is out West Jessamine tonight at 7 o'clock for the 12th Region Championship. And the NFL Thursday night special on Amazon finds Houston at New York. The Texans are 6-2, the Jets 2-6. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
This is how we doing it with this Chrysler of Lawrenceburg. In 2024, they are making deals real. With their educated personal staff, they make shopping fun and buying easy.
Do you want a newer vehicle? Want a truck for under $25,000? Need your vehicle service? Needing a place that's going to treat you right? Well, Withers is the way. Check them out, Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
This is one place I will not pass on deals with wheels for the 2024.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, and I appreciate that, buddy. Jack just paid me a visit in the studio. He ran in here and said, "Hey, Dad, just want to tell you I love you." It's like, okay, love you too. So I held him up to the camera, so if you're watching the live stream, I was like, hey, you want to be on camera? So I held him up. And today is Wear Your Favorite Book Character shirt at Woodlawn. And he likes this book series called Elephant and Piggy. Or Piggy and Elephant. I think it's Elephant and the Piggy. And so I went to Walmart last night and got him a white shirt, and then Rebecca drew a pig on it to make it look like the Piggy from Elephant and the Piggy. So he was wearing his Elephant and Piggy shirt today. So anyway, that's a weather forecast, and I didn't give you a lick of weather. So let's get to the weather real quick on what should be, honestly, an okay Halloween for us. Oh, how the tables have turned. Or as Michael Scott would say, oh, how the turntables. As you get cloudy skies today, but the threat of rain has been really pushed back until overnight into early Friday morning. And on Friday, it's going to be about 2 to 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. So like when I'm waking up to come into the station is hopefully when it's going to be raining. I said hopefully because that's like best case scenario because we need the rain, but it also doesn't interfere with any of the Halloween activities that are still on for tonight. So that's like best case scenario. Give us the rain, but make it 2 to 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. Tomorrow you get sunshine, 65. Saturday you've got Danville, Junction City, Lancaster trick-or-treat going on Saturday. And Saturday's high is 70. It's 7:54 in the morning right now. It is 64 degrees in Danville. And Mimi Becker we thought was calling in today, but Mimi may have something else she has to attend to. So instead we'll move right along and tell you about Boeing. Boeing Airlines allegedly charging the Air Force $150,000 for soap dispensers. I guess in the planes that they fly. I don't know. Maybe in the planes they fly. I don't know how this connection's made. I assume that's what it is. $150,000 for soap dispensers to the Air Force. Well, check out this ad. They should have shopped at the Boeing outlet.
Tired of being charged an arm and a leg by Boeing?
I sure am.
Then come on down to the Boeing outlet, where we've slashed prices on all sorts of Boeing items. Soap dispensers, once $150,000, now marked down to $30,000. Boeing paper towel dispensers, $1,000, now only $120,000. Boeing toilet seats, once $400,000, now marked down to $399,000 at the Boeing outlet.
I got a great deal on last year's model Boeing toilet paper holder for just $70,000 at the Boeing outlet. That's almost a 10% markdown. Amazing.
And don't forget to ask about our Air Force discount.
Okay, what about the Air Force discount?
It doesn't exist, but thanks for asking. The Boeing outlet. See you soon.
There you go. Let's see what's going on out west in Hollywood, where our celebrity friends live. They're so rich and famous, they're disassociated with reality. Good rule of thumb, if a celebrity does it, says it, or endorses a certain political candidate, you should do say and vote the opposite. It's the Showbiz segment. Here we go. All right, starting off with Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks seems like he'd be a great dad, but he wasn't. That's according to him. In a new interview, he said, quote, I made every mistake. You know, you scar the kids somehow in the same exact way. And as you get older, you come back around and say, hey, can I talk about what a knothead I was with you for all those years? And they say, yeah, sure, Dad. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Why don't you unload? He added, quote, but I would say at the same time, does it come up to be 50-50? Maybe the attitude and the life that we led, the stuff's worth its weight in gem-encrusted gold. I actually talked to Rebecca kind of about this same thing a couple days ago. And I don't believe that Tom Hanks was a bad dad. And the reason I don't think that is because Tom Hanks is afraid he was a bad dad. Bad dads don't care if they're bad dads. Good dads care if they're bad dads. So Tom Hanks, I'm on your side. I think you did okay. Anna Kendrick recently made her directorial debut with Woman of the Hour. She plays the real-life dating game contestant who came face-to-face with serial killer Rodney Alcala in 1978. Well, she felt gross about profiting from an actual murderer, so she donated her entire pay to victims of violent crime. Quote, believe me, this was never a money-making venture for me. Because all the resources went to actually making the movie, I'm not making money off the movie. The money is going, or has gone to RAINN, R-A-I-N-N, which stands for Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, and the National Center for Victims of Violent Crime. It's still a complicated area, but that felt like the least that I should do. Woman of the Hour is currently streaming on Netflix. So you can check that movie out and see how she did, Anna Kendrick. And hey, Selma Hayek is married to a billionaire and has been for 15 years. And yet she's still driven to make her own money. That's because they keep their finances separate and they have no prenup. Selma says, quote, I support a lot of aspects of my life and myself. I have the pressure to make a certain amount of money and I like it. She adds that her husband finds her drive, quote, kind of sexy. After 15 years, people really don't accuse Selma of marrying for the money, but she doesn't care if they do anyway. In an interview a few years ago, she said, quote, I'm like, yeah, whatever. You can think whatever you want. Selma Hayek is married to a billionaire but still feels pressure to earn her own money. Anna Kendrick donated her pay for her new movie to victims of violent crime. And Tom Hanks says he made every mistake as a parent. That's what's going on out west in the world of absolute weird Hollywood, the Showbiz segment. All right, Melton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for sandwiches for lunch later on this afternoon. And let's go with the turkey, bacon, and Swiss, $6.99. Smoked turkey, Swiss cheese, crisp bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise, served in a buttery croissant, $6.99 for the TB&S, the turkey, bacon, and Swiss, only in Melton's Deli in Danville. Melton's #1 and Melton's #2, the place to go to get your Melton's Deli fix in today. And tell them you heard them this morning on the Joe Show, 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ally Drive for the turkey, bacon, Swiss at Melton's Deli right here in Danville. Hey, coming up at the 8 o'clock in the morning hour at 8:20, Randyisms. 8:40, James the Gardener. We've got the Sort of Sports Report talking about the World Series and World Series MVP, former Atlanta Brave, Freddie Freeman.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8th, 2025 if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at Robinhood.com/election.
This is Randy Gipp Graham.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Kamala Harris was on the campaign trail in the battleground state of Wisconsin Wednesday. More from Mark Mayfield.
The vice president hosted a rally in Madison saying it was good to be back in the town she spent several years of her childhood in.
As president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress.
She continued to touch on her own life, saying she grew up in a working family, so she understands the challenges facing the middle class. Her rally was briefly interrupted by pro-Palestinian protesters, and Harris said she agrees the war in Gaza needs to end and the hostages must be released.
Donald Trump arrived to his latest campaign event in a MAGA-themed garbage truck. The former president spoke Wednesday at a rally in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where he rode in on the garbage truck that he said was in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
And I have to begin by saying 250 million Americans are not garbage.
Trump rode the truck in an effort to draw attention to comments made by President Biden, who called his supporters garbage. Biden said he was referring to a joke made by a comedian at a Trump rally who called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Harris and Trump will be campaigning in Arizona on this Halloween. Harris will be holding a Democratic rally in Phoenix with Mexican-American band Los Tigres del Norte, while Trump will be holding a Republican rally in Glendale with Tucker Carlson. A federal judge says a woman who accused Sean Diddy Combs of sexual assault cannot move forward with a civil lawsuit under a pseudonym. A Tennessee woman filed a lawsuit as Jane Doe earlier this month, alleging she was raped by Combs in 2004. And the L.A. Dodgers will have a parade on Friday after winning their second World Series in 5 years. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Taxes or are in debt to the IRS? This is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-682-9928. 800-682-9928. 800-682-9928.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
With less than a week to go before the election, campaign robocalls and text messages are hitting a peak. Even people who put their name on the do not call list are getting flooded, and experts say there is a good reason why.
It's really important for people to know that political calls and texts are actually exempt from having to comply with the national do not call list.
Teresa Murray with the Public Interest Research Group says the reason you're getting the spam is because sometime in the past you agreed to it, and she explains that was likely in the fine print of something you signed. Good news is that simply replying with the word stop should be enough to end the text messages. The phone calls, though, they're harder to rein in. What would Halloween be without a witch in the sky? Bree Tennis with more on why you should look up tonight.
NASA calls it the Taurid meteor shower. It's a slow-moving, long-lasting shooting star moving across the night sky. Scientists say Taurids are rich in fireballs, so they're not difficult to spot. But during Halloween season, who's to say it's not a witch flying on a broom? And it's not the only big, bright thing in the sky as we look to November. The last of 4 supermoons this year will appear on the 15th, and there's a chance to catch a glimpse of the northern lights, even as far south as California.
A Halloween heat wave is coming to parts of the country. Jesse Kirsch with more.
Dozens of cities expecting above-average temperatures, with places like Hartford and Pittsburgh poised to smash records today with summer-like heat. For some, the spooky warm weather a welcome surprise, meaning there's no need to layer up under those costumes.
New York City and Washington, D.C. will see temperatures above 80 degrees today. And Marvel Studios is announcing a slate of TV series for next year. The animated Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man will release on January 29th, while the much-anticipated Daredevil Born Again will make its debut on March 4th. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Good service is just as important as quality. And at B&L Jewelers, you get both. Competitive prices and exceptional service for every customer. Find the perfect bridal and engagement rings. Or better yet, B&L Jewelers will help you custom design your rings so that you can create something unique to express your love. We carry fine jewelry and watches, including Citizens and Bulova. Or we can special order whatever you need. We also buy gold and silver. And we offer 6-month layaway with no fees. We do all our jewelry repairs in-house. So stop in today for a free jewelry cleaning and diamond inspection on the corner of Houstonville Road and Highway 150 in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Online at bnljewelers.com. Find us on Facebook.
The ZAXBY'S High School Football Preview Show is so back for its 13th year on the Hometown Radio Network, breaking down all the area high school football games from 6 o'clock until 7 Friday nights on WHIR and WHBN. Join us. We have a blast. We talk high school football. We even do the high school fantasy football draft. It's Central Kentucky's only pregame show. It's the ZAXBY'S High School Football Preview Show, Fridays from 6 o'clock until 7 on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and Hometown Live. .net.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Good morning to you folks. It is Thursday. It's the 31st day of the month of October. 64 degrees on this Halloween, and should be now an okay day to go trick-or-treating. Forecast comes your way. News comes first. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Early non-excused voting gets underway today. So where can you vote? If you're a registered voter who has not cast your ballot yet, then you have the next 3 days to vote early. Or you can vote on Election Day Tuesday. In Boyle County, early voting is taking place at the showroom on Lebanon Road today through Saturday. In Garrett County, early voting at the Garrett County Clerk's Office today through Saturday. While in Lincoln County, it's at the Lincoln County Clerk's Office. Early voting takes place at those 3 locations from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 today through Saturday. Meanwhile, in Mercer County, it'll take place at the Mercer County Clerk's Office, though they'll go 30 minutes longer from 8 until 4:30. Again, early voting is open beginning today and going through Saturday. Former Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk Angela Doolin has returned to the seat and has been sworn in to fill the remainder of the term left behind by Dwight Hopkins. Hopkins was removed from that seat by the Kentucky Supreme Court on September 26th after the Supreme Court concluded his conduct constituted discrimination and unlawful workplace harassment, which in turn created a hostile work environment. Doolin had already beaten Hopkins in the May primary, and since she's running unopposed in Tuesday's election, she was picked by Judge Marcus Vanover to go ahead and fill out the remainder of that term until she's officially elected on Tuesday. Happy Halloween, Central Kentucky. Quite frankly, trick-or-treat times have gotten a little complicated. With storms threatening Halloween tonight, some cities have moved their trick-or-treat times. Here's what we have so far of dates and times for trick-or-treat events in our area. First, tonight on Halloween, where many places are still carrying on with their events despite the call for rain showers. That includes Harrodsburg, Perryville, Bergen, Liberty, Stanford, and those who live outside the city limits of cities in Boyle County. All those places are still on for tonight's trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster have moved their trick-or-treat nights to Saturday. Even McDowell Health is sponsoring a free health screening at Perryville Baptist Church. That will happen on Wednesday, November 13th, and will include cholesterol, blood pressure, body mass index, anxiety, depression, and take-home colorectal cancer screening kits for those over the age of 65. Flu shots will also be offered. It's Wednesday, November 13th from 5 until 7 at Perryville Baptist Church. I'm Joe Mathis.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
Mike Gay here. At Essity, we're committed to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place, starting right here in Harrodsburg and Danville. We're hiring machine operators where you'll work with cutting-edge technology to produce essential products like hand towels and tissue paper. Our wages start at $20 per hour with benefits on day one and opportunity for growth. If you're a high school grad ready to make an impact, visit ESSITY.com/careers. That's Essity.com/career.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, I appreciate that, buddy. Brought to you by our friends over at O'Charlie's in Danville. Sunday brunch is coming back. Starting Sunday mornings at 10. Enjoy a special menu, including French toast, biscuits and gravy, steak and scrambled eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese quesadillas, and $5 mimosas. O'Charlie's in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Cloudy skies and starting to see some sunshine on Halloween. A high of 79, a low tonight of 51. Again, Danville, Junction City. Trick-or-treat has been postponed to Saturday. They did that 2 days ago. They made that decision. Perryville still going on today, and the Boyle County, the people who live in Boyle County outside of the city limits of Danville are also doing trick-or-treating tonight. So just hit up trick-or-treating both nights and be prepared regardless of where you live. I'm just going to give you this warning. Be prepared to have trick-or-treaters at your home, either today, tonight, or Saturday. But be prepared for both, because it's too confusing for people not to understand which day they're supposed to go on. Just be prepared for both. Tomorrow, sunshine and 65. Saturday, 70. Sunday, 76. It's 8:12 in the morning right now, and we are looking at 64 degrees right here in Danville. 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447 to be a part of the show this morning, and we'd love to have you on the radio. Hey, did you know that Burmese pythons can swallow whole deer and alligators? They can swallow them whole. It's crazy. Check out this ad for the red python.
Hungry? Is your Burmese python also hungry? Then come on out to Whole Deer and Alligator Fest, going on now at Red Python.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Red Python. What can I get started on for you?
I'll have the sirloin steak. My wife will have the chicken and potatoes, and my Burmese python will have the whole deer.
All righty. Can I get you started with any appetizer?
What's that, sweetie? We'll get started with an alligator for the table.
Coming right up.
And don't forget, Burmese Python kids eat free. It's Whole Deer and Alligator Fest going on now at Red Python.
Let's see what's going on in this morning's Sort of Sports Report. Those headlines you may not hear and those sports clips you may not hear on your everyday sports report you get either on radio or television. Here we go. Starting off, well, you got to start off in the World Series last night, where it took 5 games for it to happen, but the big bats of the New York Yankees finally came out to play. The Yankees jumped out to a 5-0 lead early against the LA Dodgers with first-inning home runs from Aaron Judge and Jazz Chisholm and Giancarlo Stanton, who had a home run in the third. But the fifth inning came around. That's where the Dodgers made it clear they weren't going down that easily by putting up 5 of their own RBIs with RBI singles from Mookie Betts. A 2-run RBI single from Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman on 1-2. Into center field, a base hit. 2 more runs will score. The Dodgers take advantage of the bad defense from New York, and this game has changed in the blink of an eye.
And an RBI 2-run double off the bat of Teoscar Hernandez, which tied that game up at 5.
That's the runner at third. Freeman in first, the tying run. The 1-2 pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. In the air to left center field. Judge on the run. Dead sprint now to the track, and it's over his head. That's in to score. Freddie Freeman for the plate, and this game has been turned upside down.
Giancarlo Stanton answered back in the 6th inning with a sacrifice fly that scored Juan Soto, gave the Yankees a 6-5 lead, but the Dodgers retorted with 2 sacrifice flies in the 8th to give themselves a 7-6 lead.
Luke Weaver to Mookie Betts. Cracked in the air to deep center field. Judge retreats. He'll make the grab, but the Dodgers have come all the way back and taken the lead in Game 5. From down 5-0 to ahead 7-6 in the most preposterous way.
7-6, and that was the final as the Dodgers beat the Yankees in Game 5.
From a championship, from a proper celebration. Los Angeles, your Dodgers have won the World Series.
The 2024 World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers, and a big-time Kentucky connection as Lexington, Kentucky native Walker Buehler struck out the Yankees hitter with the catcher Will Smith, a Louisville, Kentucky native who went to Kentucky Country Day. Walker Buehler went to Henry Clay, 2 Kentucky natives, as a part of that battery for the LA Dodgers last night, and finishing off World Series game number 5. Hey, in Detroit, there's now an internal affairs investigation into why Jamison Williams was not arrested during the recent traffic stop he was involved in. A report concerning the October 8th traffic stop reveals that Williams was a passenger in a car being driven by his brother at the same time at the stop. During the stop, Williams' brother told officers that there were 2 guns in the car. One was owned and registered to Williams' brother, who also had a concealed pistol license. The second was owned by Williams himself and hidden under the seat of the car, but there was no concealed pistol license for that. At the scene, it certainly appeared as though Williams was on his way to being arrested, as he had been cuffed and placed in the back of the squad car. Williams then dropped the knowledge that he played for the Detroit Lions, and the sergeant was called to the scene to handle a high-profile person situation. The sergeant was also a Lions fan. Phone calls were made, and a lieutenant allegedly gave the okay to let Williams walk. Now the investigation aims to find out how much of a role the fact that Williams played for the Lions played in the decision-making process on the scene. That's what's going on in the sort of sports report world. More sports coming your way with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Don't let Steve fool you. You can hear the little glimmer of happiness and sunshine in Steve's voice when he says the Dodgers have won the World Series. Big Daddy with sports coming your way next.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Los Angeles Dodgers won baseball's World Series last night over the New York Yankees 7-6, taking the title 4-1. New York jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but L.A. came back to tie it up with 5 runs in the top of the 5th, aided by 3 Yankee errors. The Yankees' last lead of the season was 6-5 on Giancarlo Stanton's sacrifice fly in the 6th. L.A. scored twice in the 8th to go up 7-6. Blake Trinan pitched 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief and got the win. Former Lexington Henry Clay pitcher Walker Buehler hurled a 1-2-3 ninth for the save. Buehler won Game 3 Monday night. Freddie Freeman was named the series MVP. Kentucky's a big underdog at Tennessee Saturday night in Knoxville. The 7th-ranked Vols are favored by 16 points. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30, kickoffs at 7:45 for UK at UT Saturday night on Z105. In college football last night, Western Kentucky beat Kennesaw State 31-14. Hilltoppers are now 6-2. In other college football action Saturday, Center College is at Berry. Louisville is a 10.5-point underdog at number 11. Clemson and Eastern Kentucky University visits Tarleton State Saturday night. Hometown Radio has 4 high school football games for you tomorrow as the regular season comes to an end. Boyle County hosts Frederick Douglass on Z105. Danville's at Bardstown on WHIR-FM. Mercer County visits Lincoln County on WHBN-FM. And Garrett County entertains Harrison County, delayed on Z105. In the girls' 12th region volleyball semifinals last night, Boyle County edged Pulaski County 3-2, and West Jessamine nipped Southwestern 3-2. Boyle County is out West Jessamine tonight at 7 o'clock for the 12th Region Championship. And the NFL Thursday night special on Amazon finds Houston at New York. The Texans are 6-2, the Jets 2-6. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
At Monticello Bank, helping your business thrive is our business. We offer a variety of products designed to make banking easier. Whether your company is large or small, you can count on us to provide accounts, loans, and other services built around the way you do business, including e-deposit, our remote deposit capture system, and merchant processing. Speak with one of our representatives and let us help you solve your business financial needs today. Monticello Bank, where people matter. Member FDIC. On the Danville Bypass.
Take your ride to the next level in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Next level rides with next level savings. Score 1.9% financing on 2024 models like Kia Sorento, Sportage, and Forte.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Next level savings start at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
1.9% APR financing up to 48 months and $21.22 per month per thousand financed on 2024 Kia Sorento and Sportage and Forte. Not all buyers will qualify for financing. Good through Kia Financial Services. 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer expires October 31st, 2024.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. You can do that by calling Mark Dexter or Chris Reitmeyer. They'll give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. Increasing clouds, a high of 79, low tonight of 51, in what should be a good trick-or-treat night for those areas having trick-or-treat tonight. Tomorrow, you get mostly cloudy skies gradually becoming sunny, a high of 65. On Saturday, city of Danville, city of Junction City, and Lancaster doing their trick-or-treat event on Saturday evening. And a good day for that as well. So you can hit up both of them if you want to. Mostly sunny, 70 and 48, the high and low. Right now, it's 8:22. It's 64 degrees in Danville, and we've got Randyisms. Randy Graham joins us in studio. The thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, in addition to today being Halloween, it's also the first day of early voting for Kentucky, which will last through Saturday. I was going to take advantage of early voting until I discovered my 9-year-old granddaughter, Georgia girl, will be spending Tuesday with me. So in what will be our second election day in a row together, I will once again take her with me to vote, starting our children and grandchildren off on a firm and right foundation, and allow her to wear that participation trophy sticker that says, I voted. But talking Halloween and being a little bit scary, did you see where President Joe Biden bit 2 babies? And he wasn't even dressed up as Dracula. And no, I'm not kidding. As mothers brought their babies up to greet the president, Biden took one of the baby's feet and stuck it in his mouth. Now, Joe, I understand the doting, loving grandfather or dad might playfully nibble or bite the toes of his children or grandchildren's feet. But this child was no relation and was wearing no socks. And the president put his whole foot in his mouth. I mean, Joe, it just seemed a little weird. But then again, he is a Democrat, and it was Joe Biden. But that was before he bit another baby on the side, albeit playfully. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Well, happy Halloween in Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's America. Of course, this was just after he called Trump supporters garbage. Did you hear about this? More, did you actually hear it? Because it was obviously what he said. But then in a White House backstep, Press Secretary Jean-Pierre and the liberal Looney Tune press tried to act as if it's not what he said by lying about it when we the people can hear it with our own ears. But then again, when has lying mattered in today's Democrat Party when the end justifies the means, especially if you're a politician? Of course, in perfect political timing, Donald Trump shows up the next day in an orange vest and a white dump truck with his name printed on the side of the, even continuing to wear the orange vest at his rally, stating that it was because he was told the orange vest made him look more slender, before then appropriately telling the audience that when you don't like the American people, you have no business being their president. And you know, Joe, he was 100% right on target. Just like when Hillary Clinton in the 2016 campaign called Trump supporters a basket of deplorables and irredeemables. And before that, Obama calling conservative Americans bitter clingers to their religion and guns. And why I shared here on Tuesday that a good leader is a leader of all the people and does not lead by selection. And once they choose to lead by selection, they forfeit the right to lead, even their select few. And this quote has never been more true than regarding political candidates who would enact the laws that would govern our lives. But then you got to consider which is worse, Biden using the word garbage or Kamala using the word fascist. And her vice presidential running mate, yes, the self-proclaimed knucklehead himself, the dancing bear, tampon Tim Walz, calling Trump supporters Nazis. Of course, his dear old dad, the Gipper, my high school teacher and basketball coach at good old Boyle County High School. Rebels, R-E-B-E-L-S, rebels, reminded my siblings and I that when certain people are against you in life, it's a good sign you're doing something right. By the way, Joe, I was in the capital city yesterday in Frankfurt, where over 300 gathered for a luncheon to honor dear old Dad at the former elementary school that he went to and helped get turned into a community center for the Thornhill area. But Dad, after being an educator, entering politics, and becoming a state representative for the Frankfurt area and mayor of Frankfurt, but they honored him by naming their education center where they teach the GED in his name. So congratulations to dear old Dad, who will be turning 96 in February. But one of the things that was really neat was that my best friend from the 1st to the 3rd grade in Georgetown, Kentucky came over. His name is Randy as well. And the fact that Randy and I went trick-or-treating together as kids made the visit and the season all the more enjoyable. But Joe, considering the position that these politicians are running for, calling Trump a fascist, or supporters irredeemable deplorables, or garbage, or fascist, it seems like it should be just a thing that would cause every neutral and part-time voter to stand up and march to the polls and vote in protest vote against the arrogance and condescending attitude of the day's Democrat Party and the politicians that represent them. Because isn't it obvious now that this is the contempt they have for the American voting public? I mean, they look at us as the chumps, and why they prefer for you to remain an uninformed elector so they can continue their lies in order to help keep their power. Because one of the sure truisms of life, just like moms will be moms no matter what age a child becomes, in the same way a person in power likes to stay in power, and as a result will jump through all types of hoops in order to keep it. Especially, it seems, of politicians today of the leftward leaning, because the end always seems to justify the means. And why our forefathers shared that in order for our republic to stand, it must require an informed populace. Why I invited on Saturday morning on the Kentucky Power Hour, my show, Joe, for the nonpartisan race of city commissioner, candidate Steve Sutherland, to come and help educate and inform us regarding not only our city government, but about the roles of the city commissioners. Yeah, an informed populace. Because if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. But regarding the presidential race, just thank goodness there are candidates like Trump, who has the comical ability and understanding that one of the best ways to show someone's absurdity is by being absurd, and wearing an orange garbage vest in a garbage truck, and then wearing it at a rally to make himself look slimmer. And Democrats and liberal Looney Tunes, Want to call such actions as the one who would serve French fries at McDonald's acts of a fascist? Such shows they have no understanding or insight of the psyche of such an individual. And why the statement that they said and I heard can sometimes be the two biggest liars in the world are so appropriate in this case. No, they know Trump is not such, but it's worth the lie if they feel they might take him out politically with misinformation. Or worse, take him out literally by someone else having the opportunity to do it physically. Yeah, the end justifies the means. Unfortunately, that's where it seems where we are in today's political climate or in today's Democrat Party. And that's just not talking national. No, that's statewide and local as well, as we witness this vote no campaign on Amendment number 2. That's why it's interesting and ironic that when it comes to choice, liberal Looney Tune Democrats are in favor of it when it comes to killing babies, even up into the 9th month, if you're Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim. But when it comes to your children or grandchildren having the choice to be able to go to and get the education that works best for them with your own tax dollars, something that all the surrounding states have already instituted, people like our governor, yes, the man-child himself, Andy Beshear, and Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman want to lie about it. Talking BS, Beshear stuff, Biden stuff, and not allow you to have free choice. For you to send your children or grandchildren to the school of your choice, using your own tax dollars. Why? Because they're afraid of competition. And they want to tell you how to live your lives and spend your money, extending to the way you raise and educate your children, just like Kamala Harris and the National Democrat Party. Why local elections matter as well, because the foundation of national parties are built at the local levels. But with city commission races in this election cycle, we'll learn more about what type of government we have here, at least where the happy station is domiciled. Why? Because in order for our republic to stand, it will require an informed populace. And because if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. Now, how's that for some truth in education?
Randyisms, the thoughts of Randy Graham. Those are what we call Randy Graham's Thoughts. We have them Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on WHIR Danville at this time, right around 8:20 in the morning on The Joe Show. Coming up in the next half hour, we see what's going on with the world of food, grub gab action for you. James the Gardener joins the show this morning at 8:40 and gives us a little gardening tip. At 9:10 this morning, Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom joins the show and updates us on all the county happenings, as she usually does the 4th Thursday of the month, but couldn't make it in last Thursday, so we worked her in this week, and glad to have Judge Bottom on. And then this morning at 9:35, it is a Morning Point Thursday. We'll have Lisa and Julie in studio with us this morning, talking Morning Point Senior Living Center and the Lantern Alzheimer's Care Unit at Morning Point here in Danville. That's the rundown of the show. The rest of what we got left, the next hour and a half, and a perfect Halloween song right here to lead us to the commercial break, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Now available at Farmers National Bank, free checking and a free gift. Simply open a new Farmers National Bank personal or business checking account and receive a free gift. Minimum required deposit is only $50. We make the process fast and easy. Call 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our 12 convenient locations. Farmers National Bank, with locations in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Perryville, Stanford, Liberty, and Middleburg. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Danville Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Lease and save at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease a new 24 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for only $199 per month for 24 months. $58.79 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock M24173. Must be a current leasee. Bob Allen Chevrolet on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. Together, let's drive.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Early non-excused voting gets underway today. So where can you vote? If you're a registered voter who has not cast your ballot yet, then you have the next 3 days to vote early, or you can vote on Election Day Tuesday. In Boyle County, early voting is taking place at the showroom on Lebanon Road today through Saturday. In Garrett County, early voting at the Garrett County Clerk's Office today through Saturday. While in Lincoln County, it's at the Lincoln County Clerk's Office. Early voting takes place at those 3 locations from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 today through Saturday. Meanwhile, in Mercer County, it'll take place at the Mercer County Clerk's Office, though they'll go 30 minutes longer from 8 until 4:30. Again, early voting is open beginning today and going through Saturday. Former Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk Angela Doolin has returned to the seat and has been sworn in to fill the remainder of the term left behind by Dwight Hopkins. Hopkins was removed from that seat by the Kentucky Supreme Court on September 26th after the Supreme Court concluded his conduct constituted discrimination and unlawful workplace harassment, which in turn created a hostile work environment. Doolin had already beaten Hopkins in the May primary, and since she's running unopposed in Tuesday's election, she was picked by Judge Marcus Vanover to go ahead and fill out the remainder of that term until she's officially elected on Tuesday. Happy Halloween, Central Kentucky. Quite frankly, trick-or-treat times have gotten a little complicated with storms threatening Halloween tonight. Some cities have moved their trick-or-treat times. Here's what we have so far of dates and times for trick-or-treat events in our area. First, tonight on Halloween, where many places are still carrying on with their events despite the call for rain showers. That includes Harrodsburg, Perryville, Bergen, Liberty, Stanford, and those who live outside the city limits of cities in Boyle County. All those places are still on for tonight's trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster have moved their trick-or-treat nights to Saturday. Even Medell Health is sponsoring a free health screening at Perryville Baptist Church that will happen on Wednesday, November 13th, and will include cholesterol, blood pressure, body mass index, anxiety, depression, and take-home colorectal cancer screening kits for those over the age of 65. Flu shots will also be offered. It's Wednesday, November 13th from 5 until 7 at Perryville Baptist Church. I'm Joe Mathis.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025 if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at Robinhood.com/election.
Some Kentucky families will have to take out private student loans to help cover college expenses. Private student loans generally have higher interest rates than student loans offered by the federal government, so it's important to compare private loan lenders to see who has the best deal for you. The Advantage Education Loan, Kentucky's only nonprofit private student loan, offers a very competitive rate. Learn more at AdvantageEducationLoan.com.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work with their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and doing paintless dent repair at Danville Auto Body Shop, 236-2299. Cloudy skies, increasing clouds this afternoon. The great news is that the rain threat has really pushed further back into the overnight hours, so those areas that are still doing trick-or-treat today should have a really nice evening for trick-or-treat. With 79 the high and 51 the low. Tomorrow, sunshine 65, Saturday sunny and 70. That's trick-or-treat on Saturday for Danville and for Junction City. 5 o'clock until 7 at both Danville and Junction City for trick-or-treat Saturday. So be prepared for that, but also be prepared for people today too, because there is confusion about who does what at what time and where and why and what day is it again? Is it Halloween or Thanksgiving? I mean, people are confused. So I'm going to be prepared. Like if somebody comes trick-or-treating to my house tonight, I'm not going to call the police and say, you're breaking the law because it's Saturday. Because they're not breaking the law. But it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to assume that people are confused. Because they are. So if I live in the city of Danville, so if someone knocks on my door tonight, by golly, I'll give them a Reese cup and a Kit Kat, and y'all have a great night. So that's what I plan on doing. Right now, it is 65 degrees, and Pimmy is coming your way right now. What's up, Pim?
Hi, I'm Pim the Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. You're getting married. You've gone back and forth on the kind of wedding you want. A big extravaganza isn't really you. Something simple and meaningful is more your style. So you've settled on an intimate event and invited only your nearest and dearest to celebrate this moment of a lifetime with you. Folks will rearrange their schedules. Some will travel great distances just to be with you. To show your appreciation and create a feeling of community, make a whole weekend of your wedding with this small group of family and friends. Rent a block of hotel rooms that will allow people to share several days of the wedding experience with you. Plan group events, a picnic in the park, a trip to the local museum, a shopping trip or golf outing, a pool party for the kids. Bringing people together for an extended period of time creates an atmosphere of almost tribal bonding. As the community of your guests is gradually drawn together through shared time and experiences, the web will be strengthened until, by the time the wedding actually occurs, you'll be surrounded by a very powerful community of support. My love note is paraphrased from Rainer Maria Rilke. Have a love that is stored up for you like an inheritance. Have faith that in this love, there is a strength so large that you can travel as far as you wish without having to step outside it.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
As you clean up this fall's leaves, the good folks at your local electric cooperative encourage you to be careful. Before you hoist a ladder to get to those leaf-clogged gutters, take a minute to look around your work area. Make a mental note of the height and location of all power lines, and then obey the 10-foot rule. Always keep your ladder at least 10 feet away from overhead power lines. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Maybe it began with a little girl and her tin can microphone on the front porch of a log cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains. But it wouldn't be long before the crowd she dreamed of followed her home to Dollywood, where the memories we share will live in our hearts forever. Experience the incredible resorts, award-winning festivals, thrilling rides, and live shows with those you love most. Plan your trip at Dollywood.com.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
It's time to make important decisions about your Medicare prescription drug coverage. The Kentucky State Health Insurance Assistance Program provides free, unbiased guidance in selecting a Medicare Part D or Medicare Advantage plan. If you have questions or need help, the Kentucky State Health Insurance Assistance Program can guide you through the enrollment period, which ends December 7th. More information is available about Kentucky SHIP or how you can volunteer at 1-877-293-7447. That's 1-877-293-7447.
Take your ride to the next level in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Next level rides with next level savings. Score 1.9% financing on 2024 models like Kia Sorento, Sportage, and Forte.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Next level savings start at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
1.9% APR financing up to 48 months and $21.22 per month per thousand financed on 2024 Kia Sorento and Sportage and Forte. Not all buyers will qualify for financing. Good through Kia Financial Services. 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer expires October 31st, 2024.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Eight 8:45 in the morning, Thursday, October the 31st, 859-238-WHIR to call in and get your birthdays and anniversaries right here on the radio. But right now, we're seeing what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food where you can just eat it. Starting off with Panera Bread, where with the cold season just around the corner, Panera announces the nationwide launch of a new $1 soup deal from October 30th through November 10th. To take advantage of the offer, simply purchase a whole entree, sandwich, salad, soup, bowl, mac and cheese, you pick two, or value duet, and use the promo code SOUP at checkout to get a cup of soup for just $1. Please note that there is a limit of one redemption per transaction. If you're ordering for delivery, a minimum purchase of $8 to $10 applies, which varies by location. This fall, Panera bolstered its soup selection with the launch of the new Hearty Fireside Chili and Rustic Baked Potato Soup. In addition, the popular Autumn Squash Soup made its much-anticipated seasonal comeback. These new options complement Panera's classic soup lineup, which currently includes broccoli cheddar, creamy tomato, home-style chicken noodle, cream of chicken, wild rice, and bistro French onion. Arby's readies for this year's Thanksgiving celebrations with the return of the Deep Fried Turkey Gobbler and Deep Fried Turkey Club at participating locations. The Deep Fried Turkey Gobbler features a thick slice of deep fried turkey breast topped with melty Swiss cheese, crispy onions, everything seasoning, herb spread, lettuce, and tomato, all served in a buttery brioche bun. The Deep Fried Turkey Club consists of thick sliced deep fried turkey breast topped with cheddar cheese, savory bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise, all on a toasted brioche bun. Both sandwiches can be enjoyed a la carte for $6.49 and as a part of a meal for $10.89. And McDonald's current $5 value meal has been a hit with customers, and the company has revealed a major new holistic value menu that will be coming to locations in the first quarter of 2025. McDonald's is not revealing specific items that may be on the menu, but it could be similar to Great Britain's Savor menu that features burgers, chicken sandwiches, sides, and desserts, as well as the McSmart menu in Australia. McDonald's US currently has their $1, $2, $3 menu, but complaints from customers say that that's not really anything on the menu that's actually $1. McDonald's has also seen a big decline recently, as well as the recent E. coli outbreak due to slivered onions on quarter pounders that caused a drop in traffic and sales. Ian Borden, the CFO, said that that's the worst of the outbreak and that it's behind us, and the company is working diligently to get the trust of customers back. McDonald's reveals major new value menu that will debut in 2025. Arby's welcomes back the Deep Fried Turkey Gobbler, and Panera launches a $1 soup deal for a limited time. Grub Gab, the world of food where you can just eat it. It's 8:47 in the morning. We see what's going on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B, and get a chit-chat with James the Gardener coming up next.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025 if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at Robinhood.com/election.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same-as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicappable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025 if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at Robinhood.com/election.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The Los Angeles Dodgers won baseball's World Series last night over the New York Yankees 7-6, taking the title 4-1. New York jumped out to a 5-0 lead, but L.A. came back to tie it up with 5 runs in the top of the 5th, aided by 3 Yankee errors. The Yankees' last lead of the season was 6-5 on Giancarlo Stanton's sacrifice fly in the 6th. L.A. scored twice in the 8th to go up 7-6. Blake Trinan pitched 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief and got the win. Former Lexington Henry Clay pitcher Walker Buehler hurled a 1-2-3 ninth for the save. Buehler won Game 3 Monday night. Freddie Freeman was named the series MVP. Kentucky's a big underdog at Tennessee Saturday night in Knoxville. The 7th-ranked Vols are favored by 16 points. Pre-game shows begin at 5:30, kickoffs at 7:45. For UK at UT Saturday night on Z105. In college football last night, Western Kentucky beat Kennesaw State 31-14. Hilltoppers are now 6-2. In other college football action Saturday, Center College is at Berry. Louisville is a 10.5-point underdog at number 11 Clemson. And Eastern Kentucky University visits Tarleton State Saturday night. Hometown Radio has 4 high school football games for you tomorrow as the regular season comes to an end. Boyle County hosts Frederick Douglass on Z105. Danville's at Bardstown on WHIR-FM. Mercer County visits Lincoln County on WHBN-FM. And Garrett County entertains Harrison County, delayed on Z105. In the girls' 12th Region Volleyball semifinals last night, Boyle County edged Pulaski County 3-2, and West Jessamine nipped Southwestern 3-2. Boyle County is out West Jessamine tonight at 7 o'clock for the 12th Region Championship. And the NFL Thursday Night Special on Amazon finds Houston at New York. The Texans are 6-2, the Jets 2-6. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, and I appreciate that, buddy. It's brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet there in Harrodsburg, specializing in discount waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring Outlet, 540 North College Street. All right, sunshine, a high today of 79. Seeing some clouds today as well. And the good news is rain showers have been pushed back really into the early morning hours tomorrow. Mostly cloudy tomorrow early because of the rain, then sunshine a little bit later on. High of 65 on Friday. Saturday is trick-or-treat night for Danville, and 70 is the high on Saturday. Sunday, partly sunny and 76. Right now, it's 8:54 in the morning. James the gardener is in studio.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
James, the gardener garden with James. What's going on with James today?
Oh, another day in the neighborhood. You know, there's a lot of leaves on the ground, and I've seen people everywhere trying to get rid of leaves.
Yeah, the leaf pickup is starts in November.
Yeah.
I believe, in the city of Danville. So that's something you're going to want to make sure you get the leaves raked up to the curb.
To the curb, yeah.
I don't have to worry about that because I took like all my trees down. So.
Right.
And I don't regret it one bit.
Of course not.
As of right now, maybe in the summer if the house gets hot.
Yeah.
But we had a hot summer. We were in there. I didn't notice any difference. So I'm not missing raking leaves in the slightest bit, James.
Yeah, because, you know, it seemed like every day this week, no matter where I've gone, I've seen people out getting rid of leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so, and, you know, if you ground those up, you know, like say you can throw them on your garden bed, you know, there's lots of benefits to that. So don't get rid of all of them. Try to save, you know, especially if you're gardening of any kind or composting. Make sure that you save some of those leaves for your compost. So this way, you know, it will help turn that halfway good soil into really good soil because it's, you know, it's got, and depending on what type of leaves that you have, like say, you know, it could boost your pH and all those kind of good things. So don't get rid of all those leaves and give them to the city. Save some of those for yourself.
There you go. Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays here on the Joe Show at this time. James, I'm just going to go ahead and prepare you.
Okay.
There may be trick-or-treaters at your house tonight.
Okay.
I mean, they're not supposed to be because Danville pushed theirs back to Saturday.
Right.
But I just think that people are so confused.
Right.
I mean, like when you've got to post a map of where to trick-or-treat on what days.
Right.
We've officially made things too complicated. So I am just preparing that there may be kids that are trick-or-treating tonight in the neighborhood. And if so, that's fine.
You know, well,
Danville's not supposed to be till Saturday, but it was Thursday, and on Tuesday they pushed it back, and some kept it and some didn't, and so I'm just letting you know, Jim, you live just right around the corner from me. We're kind of in the same area, so like I'm just preparing at the thought that there's going to be trick-or-treaters anyway tonight.
I can almost guarantee it.
Yeah, there's going to be.
Yeah, because
Without
you know, for us, you know, it's trick-or-treat seem like year-round. Because we've got like
you have kids that come to your door anyway because you're like the local, the guy who's just like, hey, you know, like we got a candy dish, whatever. It's like going to someone's house that has a full candy dish.
Right.
James is the house that has the full candy dish in his neighborhood.
Yeah, because, you know, it started back, maybe 6 or 8 months ago. You know, kids would come to the door, you having candy, you having candy? So, you know, so we started, you know, buying candy.
I don't want to say you're the old grandpa, James, but you seem like you're the old grandpa.
And what we normally do is, you know, we have a sucker. You can pick 2 pieces of candy. And for a 4th piece, you have to answer a math problem.
Oh, okay.
You know, 4 + 4, Some of them are like 6 times 3. So it just kind of depends on what grade level.
They're going to earn their candy.
They have to earn.
No free handouts at James's house. Well, the first 2 are, but you want to earn that third piece or whatever, you got to do a math problem
of some kind.
I like that.
Because I told him, I said, I got to get something out of it.
I'm going to make the kids do that when they come to my house, trick or treat.
That's right.
You don't even get a piece of candy. You got to do a math problem before you get a piece. Sir, this is supposed to be free. You're making us work too hard for this.
That's right.
I'll just go to the next house.
Well, like
more candy for me then.
Like I told him, I said, I would rather try to help you than just give you something.
Yeah, we're making you earn it.
In return. So, yeah, going to make you earn it.
All right, James, real quick, let's see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
Let's do it.
Starting off on this date in 1964, this group started a 4-weeker at number 1 on the U.S. charts with this song. The Supremes and Baby Love, the group's second of 5 consecutive U.S. number 1s. The group, formerly known as the 5-piece group The Primettes, became known as the Supremes, and they took off from there. And this date, 1964, Baby Love. And it was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1970, where this group started a 4-week run on the U.S. album chart with this album.
Yeah, I remember that one.
This is Led Zeppelin 3. This song is the Immigrant Song. Started a 4-week run on the U.S. charts at number 1 this date, 1970. And that's what's gone on this date, October 31st, in music history. Trilly Bonham, Judge Executive, is coming up next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris will spend Halloween scaring up votes in Arizona. Trump will hold a rally in Glendale with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson, while Harris will be holding a rally in Phoenix with Mexican-American band Los Tigres del Norte. Former President Trump is making unfounded claims of election cheating in Pennsylvania after hundreds of fraudulent registration applications were turned in.
They've already started cheating in Lancaster. They've cheated. We caught him with 2,600 votes. And every vote was written by the same person. I wonder how that happened.
State officials are making it clear that those were not votes, but rather applications found to have been submitted by paid canvassers. Officials said a safeguard kicked in to prevent any cheating. Kamala Harris was on the campaign trail in the battleground state of Wisconsin.
As president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress.
She said she grew up in a working family, so she understands the challenges facing the middle class. Harris promised that her proposed economic plan would uplift the middle class and give over 100 million Americans a tax cut. Her rally was briefly interrupted by pro-Palestinian protesters, and Harris said she agrees the war in Gaza needs to end and the hostages must be released. A Pennsylvania court is ordering Elon Musk to defend his $1 million giveaway ahead of the upcoming election. Laura Jarrett with more.
The Justice Department is worried about paying people to register to vote. That could be a violation, a potential violation of federal law. The Philly DA is worried about operating an illegal scheme for a lottery. Because remember, this was $1 million giveaway. You had to be registered to vote in those battleground states.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair? Would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust, Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Endurance has paid hundreds of millions in claims. Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-291-1305.
That's 800-291-1305. 800-291-1305.
Thousands of people took to the streets of Los Angeles to celebrate the Dodgers winning their 8th world title. This man is one of the many elated fans.
Oh, I'm excited about this whole thing. This is awesome. Finally win one in real life. Yes! Dodgers World Series, yeah!
There were street takeovers and fireworks being lit in several intersections on Wednesday night. Police declared an unlawful assembly and issued a dispersal order in 3 areas, including at Sunset Boulevard and Vin Scully Avenue in front of Dodger Stadium. There are also reports of looting near Broadway and 5th Street in downtown. People were seen breaking into a Nike store and stealing boxes of merchandise. The LAPD declared a citywide tactical alert after the Dodgers won, keeping officers on duty past their normal shifts. An approved celebration in the form of a parade will be held on Friday in Los Angeles. Starting at 11 a.m., it will be televised locally. New York City's 51st Halloween parade kicks off later tonight. Jacqueline Carl with more in New York City.
He did the monster mash.
The theme is meow, and there will be a special section this year called Cat Ladies Unite, encouraging cat ladies to stand up and hiss back. Organizers say more than 50,000 costume parade goers will march up 6th Avenue from Canal Street to 15th Street. If you want to march, you must be in costume and lined up on 6th and Canal between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m. The parade kicks off at 7 p.m.
On Sunday, we set the clocks back 1 hour and return to standard time. Breed Tennis with your personal investment into the time change.
It doesn't matter when we change time. It's always a win-lose. This time, we fall back an hour and gain an hour of sleep. That's a win. But we lose an hour of daylight as the sun will set about 4:54 Sunday afternoon. And you'll also lose about 20 minutes setting the clocks that don't auto-adjust.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I can tell you this, if you go back to where we were 4 years ago in terms of the Real Clear Politics average, national average, Joe Biden was up 7.5%. Today, Donald Trump is up 0.4%. That is a 7.9% swing. Biden was up 3.2% in the battlegrounds. That number has been going down. And Donald Trump is now up 1.0. That is a swing of 4.2 percentage points, which is massive in the political world. Does that manifest itself into voting? No. Anecdotally, I can make a case both ways. 2022 is supposed to be a red wave year. That never materialized. If you don't want another disappointment or an expectation not met, then you have to do your part.
Could you imagine that? Paying taxes on something you never took profits on? What would that do to the economy? Will they come for your retirement savings? Will they come for your house? Who knows? But don't wait to find out. Learn how you could protect and diversify everything you've worked for with the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. Goldco has over 6,000 five-star reviews, a bunch of awards, and has helped people just like you purchase over $2.5 billion in gold and silver. Call 855-815-GOLD to get your free 2024 gold and silver kit, plus up to a 10% instant match on bonus silver for qualified accounts. Learn how precious metals like gold and silver could help you. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
Paid for by Goldco.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025, if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at Robinhood.com/election.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Early non-excused voting gets underway today. So where can you vote? If you're a registered voter who has not cast your ballot yet, then you have the next 3 days to vote early, or you can vote on Election Day Tuesday. In Boyle County, early voting is taking place at the showroom on Lebanon Road today through Saturday. In Garrett County, early voting at the Garrett County Clerk's Office today through Saturday, while in Lincoln County, it's at the Lincoln County Clerk's Office. Early voting takes place at those 3 locations from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 today through Saturday. Meanwhile, in Mercer County, it'll take place at the Mercer County Clerk's Office, though they'll go 30 minutes longer from 8 until 4:30. Again, early voting is open beginning today and going through Saturday. Former Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk Angela Doolin has returned to the seat and has been sworn in to fill the remainder of the term left behind by Dwight Hopkins. Hopkins was removed from that seat by the Kentucky Supreme Court on September 26th after the Supreme Court concluded his conduct constituted discrimination and unlawful workplace harassment, which in turn created a hostile work environment. Doolin had already beaten Hopkins in the May primary, and since she's running unopposed in Tuesday's election, she was picked by Judge Marcus Vanover to go ahead and fill out the remainder of that term until she's officially elected on Tuesday. Happy Halloween, Central Kentucky. Quite frankly, trick-or-treat times have gotten a little complicated. With storms threatening Halloween tonight, some cities have moved their trick-or-treat times. Here's what we have so far of dates and times for trick-or-treat events in our area. First, tonight on Halloween, where many places are still carrying on with their events despite the call for rain showers. That includes Harrodsburg, Perryville, Bergen, Liberty, Stanford, and those who live outside the city limits of cities in Boyle County. All those places are still on for tonight's trick-or-treating. Meanwhile, the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster have moved their trick-or-treat nights to Saturday. Even McDowell Health is sponsoring a free health screening at Perryville Baptist Church. That will happen on Wednesday, November 13th, and will include cholesterol, blood pressure, body mass index, anxiety, depression, and take-home colorectal cancer screening kits for those over the age of 65. Flu shots will also be offered. It's Wednesday, November 13th from 5 until 7 at Perryville Baptist Church. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
All right, Jack, and I appreciate that, buddy. It is brought to you by our friends over at Howard Carpenter Flooring, Allen in Harrodsburg, specializing in discount, waterproof vinyl flooring, hardwood tile, and carpet remnants. Shop and save on all types of floor coverings. Howard Carpenter Flooring, Allen, 540 North College Street. Increasing clouds, a high of 79, low tonight of 51, and the good news is that the rain showers have been pushed back into the early morning hours of tomorrow, which is just like perfect. Because there's no doubt we need the rain, but we don't want the rain to mess up Halloween, and so doesn't seem like that's going to be an issue tonight. So early tomorrow morning, like when I'm waking up coming to work, it's going to be raining. And then clouds clear out, give us sunshine for Friday. Saturday's great too, sunny and 70. Sunday, partly sunny, and a high of 76. Right now, we are looking at 9:11 in the morning. It is 65 degrees. It is the 5th Thursday of the month, and usually the 4th Thursday we welcome Trilly Bottom on the show, but we have her on the 5th Thursday. And Trilly, we usually do a little Def Leppard, but since today is Halloween, we have a different theme song for you. We got Trilly Bob in our head in the studio here. A little Ray Parker Jr., Ghostbusters. There you go, Halloween, and happy to have Trilly in studio. And Trilly came in, and she said, Joe, I got some Halloween candy for you. And I have never seen a better collection, I'm being honest, of Halloween candy than what Trilly Bottom just gave me. Let me hold it up to the camera to show you. First of all, fun pack of Skittles. All right, that's candy number 1. Nerds gummy clusters. I didn't even realize they made these in Halloween packs. And Nerds gummy clusters, which I love. Check this out right here. We got a mini Twix. We've got a mini Reese. We also have one of the all-time great candies that you can get, the Reese-themed Halloween candies. This is a Reese Bat, so the peanut butter to chocolate ratio is better than a normal Reese. And then, on top of it, some Starburst. And I said, Trilly, I'm not sure, like, you picked out a bad candy. Like, usually if someone's coming and giving you candy, it's the candy the person doesn't want. It's the caramel chews and the orange and black wax wrapping. And Trilly handed me this, and she said, with the utmost confidence, Joe, I don't give out bad Halloween candy. I said you don't. No, you don't. Shirley, thank you for the candy, and glad
You're
to have
welcome,
you.
Joe. And I don't eat bad candy either.
Yeah, that's what she said. I don't eat bad candy is what it was, yeah. If you're giving out bad candy, then you're probably going to have to eat it because you've got the leftovers and you're stuck with it. So you might as well buy the stuff you like. And Shirley did a great job.
Happy
I'm going to your house I'm bringing Jack and Riley to your house.
Come on down.
To trick or treat. Speaking of trick or treating hours, Trilly, it's gotten a little confusing, I think, for people. Though for the most part, most trick or treat celebrations are still going on tonight. Like in surrounding areas, there are a couple that have postponed to Saturday. That being the city of Danville, Junction City, and Lancaster.
Yes.
However, like everybody else is going on tonight, that includes those that live outside of the city limits of any of the incorporated cities in Boyle County.
That's right.
Seems confusing, but you all have posted a map on your Facebook page that shows what areas are doing trick-or-treating tonight. And what it does, Trilly, is it gives kids 2 opportunities to get candy.
Hey, that was my thinking, Joe.
Yes,
thank you for that. When the city decided to push theirs to Saturday, I started getting a lot of messages, but, when's county going to trick-or-treat? When's county going to trick-or-treat? Well, county don't usually post hours for trick-or-treat, but I was getting so many messages, it's like, okay, well, I need to make a decision.
Gotta do something.
So, city's going to push theirs to Saturday. Let's just do ours on Halloween. It's October 31st is trick-or-treat. So, that way people have 2 opportunities. And, if you live in the city limits, whether you're in Streamland or Argyle or wherever, that's been annexed, your trick-or-treat's going to be on Saturday night. But if you live outside of those city limits, then tonight's your night for trick-or-treating.
Except for Old Bridge.
Which
has decided as a neighborhood they're going to do theirs on Saturday as well.
Yes.
I am still telling people to be prepared for both nights.
Probably so.
I feel like that maybe so my neighborhood is insane with trick-or-treaters. There's a handful of neighborhoods that are crazy, which is cool. I love it. And Indian Hills is one of those, where people park at Indian Hills Christian Church and they can walk through the Indian Hills neighborhood. It's great.
Right.
It's a great setup.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like people who haven't got the word that trick-or-treating in Danville has been changed will probably get the word when they pull up to the Indian Hills parking lot tonight and see there's 2 or 3 cars there. Well, where's all the cars that are usually here?
Well, here's the thing, Joe. If you don't want to trick-or-treat tonight and you're in the, you're in the city, trick-or-treaters may come out, they may not. Don't turn your porch light on.
There you go.
Just leave it dark.
Leave the porch light off.
Yeah, just leave it off.
Hey, the good news is that regardless of what day, weather's great. I mean, for tonight's trick-or-treating, we can be honest, it looked like it was going to be a little concerning earlier this week.
Yes.
But the weather has changed, as it happens to do, and the rain showers have been pushed back now. So tonight's going to be great, I think, for trick-or-treating.
It's going to be awesome.
It's looking that way. And then Saturday night's going to be great, too.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I think I'd rather be trick-or-treating than watching UK and Tennessee Saturday night anyway. So,
okay.
I mean, that one.
I'm not going to comment on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch UK Tennessee on Saturday. That one could get kind of ugly. So you get the double dip at trick or treat. Trilly Bottom, Judge Executive. Trilly, what's going on with the Boyle County Fiscal Court? What have you all been accomplishing and working on?
Well, lots of things going on behind the scenes as always, Joe. Lots of contracts and discussions being had and things being done, at the courthouse, and we're still working on our restoration of I guess is what you can call it, of the public restrooms at the courthouse. So they're almost finished. When they are completely done, hopefully next week, we'll have new sinks and new floor and new paint on the public restrooms. And so it'll be nice to have an updated facility that people use on a daily basis. So that's what's going on at the courthouse.
Were you all busy with the early voting, the early excused voting at the courthouse? Did you see quite a few people for that?
Yes, they've been doing that in the fiscal courtroom, which is right beside our office, and lots of people going in to vote. County clerk's office has been very busy, taking people in there and letting them exercise their right to vote. And so the county clerk's hoping for a big turnout. I think he's predicted somewhere in the 70%
Yeah, that's what
range.
Michael Adams is projecting too, 70 to 75%, which it's awesome, but it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. But, it's important. It's an important election. The presidential election is always important. And so, everybody just needs to exercise their right to vote and go vote. And you can do it starting today, Joe, out at the showroom.
Yeah,
8
early
to
voting.
4. Yeah, early voting today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And then no voting on Monday. and then the election will be on Tuesday, and that, different locations to go vote at. And I just encourage everyone to get out and vote, whether you do it now or you do it on Election Day.
Awesome. Good stuff. Hey, I think you were in attendance, was it yesterday? To hear, was Bill Meck a guest speaker yesterday at a conference that you were at?
Yeah, that was awesome. We were at the library. That was our LEPC meeting, and a lot of the first responders come together, fire department, law enforcement, emergency management come together and talk about different emergency situations and things that we can do to improve response time, or just be aware of different scenarios that are going on. And Bill Meck was our guest speaker, and he talked all about everything weather. And he's a really good speaker, Joe, and he can keep you entertained and keep your mind on him, what he's talking about, stay focused with the information that he's giving. And, he talked all about hurricanes and how those affect everything, basically. Mm-hmm. And it's a difference of whether they strengthen out in where they're coming from, whether most of the time it's out in the Gulf, or if they lessen in strength before they hit landfall. So it's really interesting to learn, things that you don't really think about, but then after he explains it, it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. That's why that happened that way. So, and then he touched on Hurricane Helene, which is the most recent one with all the devastation in North Carolina, and how the mountains impacted that. He said you can go out there and look, and one side of the mountains is completely gone. And it has to do with the wind pressure coming in, in low spots. And when the wind rushes into those low spots, then it has to pressure back out. And so one side of the mountains are completely gone. The other side of the mountain is perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
So, Trilly, you could be, you're the backup meteorologist for LEX18 now, it sounds like. You've got enough knowledge to be able to do that. If Bill Meck goes out sick, they're calling on Trilly Bottom. You wave your hand in front of the green screen.
I like doing the weather.
There you go. What else is going on, Trilly?
Okay, well, we're in our final weeks of blacktopping on the county roads. We're doing Nosco Road and Yates Road this week, and then we were able to work in a portion of Cranetown Road down on the west end outside of Perryville.
Okay.
There was a bad spot in the road there, and so we're going to do part of that now, and then we're going to finish that road up in the spring. But, it's something that we're always working on is our roads, and, it's important infrastructure. We got to have good roads to travel on. So I was recently in New Orleans, and I tell you, if we think we have problems, we don't touch anything compared to the roads in New Orleans. I'm talking about downtown.
Yeah.
They are terrible. Potholes, the sidewalks are all broken up because most of them are brick. But I just appreciate when I came back, it was, I appreciate.
Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom in studio with us on Halloween. Trilly, what is your favorite Halloween candy? Because you came in with one of your favorites. Trilly came in with a wild card favorite. It was, the flavored Tootsie Rolls?
Yes.
That's what Trilly had, an orange-flavored Tootsie Roll. And I said they're basically like Starburst, but Trilly said they're softer, and she's right. They're softer, and they're a different shape. But what is your favorite like?
Well, I don't like Tootsie Rolls. I mean, just the regular Tootsie Roll, I don't like them.
But you want the flavored ones.
But orange is my favorite Tootsie Roll. Now, my favorite candy would have to be the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh, and you were gracious enough to give me one.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So, to show you how giving Trilly Bottom is, she gave me her favorite so that I could also partake.
Well, that way, Joe, if you don't know about it, you can try it, see,
you
and
have
then
opened
you'll
my
love
eyes.
it. Yeah, you'll love it.
Trilly Bottom, the Boyle County Judge Executive, will step aside. We'll come back, and we'll continue our conversation with Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. Today is actually Vanilla Ice's birthday. Happy birthday to Vanilla Ice, 57 years old today. Little Ice baby takes us to this commercial break.
Hey folks, Willie Baker here, Baker Auctions and Real Estate, and boy do we have a lineup of auctions coming for you. First off, the Don Ellis Estate, contents and the house located on Maple Avenue in Danville. The Jim Stevens Farm, 95 plus or minus acres in tracts, located on Webster Road in Danville. And we also have the Paul Collins Relocation Auction, which is a house and the contents located on Miners Branch in Gravel Switch, Kentucky. Check all of these out at bidbaker.com, and don't forget, get more for your acre. Call Willie Baker.
will see Dracula. You will.
Silence! Boyle County High School will be performing Dracula for the Halloween show on October 31st at 8:30 p.m. and November 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m. You can get tickets at thebcpac.com.
Tickets only cost you your soul.
Or just $15.
There will be blood, scares, and darkness, so be wary and don't forget your garlic.
The Halloween show on October 31st at 8:30 p.m. and November 1st and 2nd at 7:30 p.m.
You will see Dracula. You will.
Silence!
Take your ride to the next level in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Next level rides with next level savings. Score 1.9% financing on 2024 models like Kia Sorento, Sportage, and Forte.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Next level savings start at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
1.9% APR financing up to 48 months and $21.22 per month per thousand financed on 2024 Kia Sorento and Sportage and Forte. Not all buyers will qualify for financing. Good through Kia Financial Services. 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details. Offer expires October 31st, 2024.
Good service is just as important as quality. And at B&L Jewelers, you get both. Competitive prices and exceptional service for every customer. Find the perfect bridal and engagement rings. Or better yet, B&L Jewelers will help you custom design your rings so that you can create something unique to express your love. We carry fine jewelry and watches, including Citizens and Bulova. Or we can special order whatever you need. We also buy gold and silver. And we offer 6-month layaway with no fees. We do all our jewelry repairs in-house. So stop in today for a free jewelry cleaning and diamond inspection on the corner of Houstonville Road and Highway 150 in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Online at bnljewelers.com. Find us on Facebook.
Saturday night. Time to conquer all Rocky Top and squeeze out a little orange juice along the way. Tennessee Volunteers and your Kentucky Wildcats. Touchdown!
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ-FM C105.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
It looks like a purple people eater to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. One-eyed, one-horn.
9:25 in the morning. One-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. And we got Judge Executive Trilly Bottom on the show this morning, and some things going on with the Boyle County Fiscal Court, and talking about important topics, including closing on a building soon. Judge Bottom, tell us about that.
Okay, so we purchased the property out on North Stewart's Lane. It's called the Fred Kane property. It's about 8 acres there with 2 huge warehouse buildings on it. We're going to be closing on that next week, so that will become our property in totality.
Okay.
And
what's the plans with that?
Okay, our recycling and solid waste department will move over there, and our public works department will move over there.
So where the recycling center is now, which is connected to the jail,
yes.
What are the plans for that?
That will move over to our new building.
So I mean, like for the empty space when that does move.
Well, EMS will still be in that building.
Okay.
And so we have a plan for EMS. Hopefully coming up pretty soon. But once everybody has evacuated the building, the plans are for that building to come down, and then at some point in the future, a new jail.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
But it'll stay there on that property.
Right.
We won't have to acquire any new land in order to do that. We'll just be able to build it there where it's already at.
Okay. What else is going on?
Let's see. We have got, let me look at my little list here. Just want to remind everybody about the early voting. We've talked about the trick-or-treating, and just want to say everybody have a safe Halloween. And whether you trick-or-treat tonight or you trick-or-treat on Saturday, just be safe. Wear brightly colored costumes. Have flashing lights, on your costumes or around your neck. They make those flashing necklaces for kids. Remind everyone that the time changes this weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
we
fall
back
back
this weekend
on Sunday. And, it's Halloween, Joe, so the courthouse has been known to have a few ghouls sometimes come out and make themselves known. So
Okay, yeah. So it's haunted.
So, well, we won't.
You don't want to go to that.
It's kind of like Casper, the friendly ghost.
Okay.
It's kind of like, but we've heard, different people have heard singing where there's no one there, and footsteps in the hall when there's no one there, and just kind of odd noises, from time to time.
Are you among those people who have heard those?
I have heard.
Because you spent many hours in the courthouse.
Believe me, I have. I have heard footsteps in the hall. No one there. And went to the back door, and there's nobody in the parking lot. No car but me. So,
that's got to be terrifying, right?
Nah, I didn't feel anything bad about it. Just, hey.
I would be terrified. I think I'm locking up and going home. If there's somebody in here, y'all can have at it.
Like I said, it's kind of like Casper. They're friendly. They're friendly.
Yeah,
they're friendly.
Again, trick-or-treating tonight in the Boyle County areas that are not within city limits, so the unincorporated areas of Boyle County. And if you want good trick-or-treat candy, then go to Judge Trilly Bottom's house, where Nerds Gummy Clusters, Reese cups, and Starburst and Skittles will be handed out. The good stuff.
That's
Truly
right.
appreciate you being on.
Yes, Joe. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Happy Halloween.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Coming up in the next half hour, we've got a Morning Point Thursday. Either Tabitha or sorry, not Tabitha. Lisa or Julie will be in studio, and maybe both of them will be in studio with us this morning. That'll be at 9:35 right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports, and also live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WIMAX. It's 9:29.
When my eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. The ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash.
Trial ended in a deadlocked jury, and he was previously acquitted of state charges. Jurors yesterday listened to over 2 hours of closing statements before starting their deliberations. Hankerson could face life in prison if convicted. No excuse early voting begins today in the Commonwealth. Voters can go to a limited number of polling locations to cast their ballots today, Friday, and Saturday. Election officials are predicting a large turnout in the general election, and they're urging Kentuckians to vote early rather than wait until Election Day next Tuesday. Secretary of State Michael Adams is also telling folks to be ready when you go to vote.
Be prepared when you vote. There is a state law that gives you only 4 minutes to cast your ballot. We've seen, unfortunately, some instances where people didn't comply with that. We didn't enforce it, but we will have to enforce it if we're going to have long lines, and we have to avoid those.
Elsewhere across the state, some body camera footage has been released in a grandmother's death in Erlanger.
Wyatt Testerman currently sits in the Kenton County Detention Center on a $500,000 bond. He's charged with domestic violence and the murder of his 74-year-old grandmother, Sherry Oliver. Erlanger police recently released body cam footage, first with officers approaching the residence on Ridgewood Drive. An officer asked Testerman if Oliver's blood was on him, to which he replied, "Yeah." In the police vehicle, footage also caught Testerman talking about Louisville Metro Police being on edge. A grand jury meets again today with a chance of the case taken as early as this week, but that won't be known until the indictment sheet returns. I'm Lee Mowen.
And I'm Taryn Johnson.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8, 2025, if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at robinhood.com/election.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
Truth is more than a concept. It is what makes us different. Truth is where we start and where we finish. It is our curriculum and our extracurricular. It makes us a community, one that leads through serving. If you are looking for academic excellence in a Christ-centered environment, opportunity is closer than you may think. It is easy for you to join our community, Danville Christian Academy, engaging the truth, empowering the future.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Lease a new 25 Ram 1500 for only $199 per month for 42 months. $85.61 plus first payment, taxes, and fees due at signing. 7,500 lease miles per year. Stock C25009. Lease loyalty required. Save more during Ram Power Days at Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Hey there, Jackie Boy. Appreciate that, buddy. It's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at O'Charlie's in Danville. Sunday brunch is coming back on Sunday, starting Sunday mornings at 10. Enjoy a special menu, including French toast, biscuits and gravy, steak and scrambled eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese quesadillas, and $5 mimosas. O'Chuckles in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. All right, increasing clouds, a high of 80, low tonight 51. It is going to rain, but it'll be early in the morning hours for tomorrow morning. So you're good to go for trick-or-treat events that are going on tonight. We know Danville, Junction City, Lancaster, postponed until Saturday, but basically everywhere else is going tonight. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny, a high of 65. Saturday, sunny and 70. Sunday, sunny and 76. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning, and we are joined in studio by Julie and Vicky from Morning Point of Danville Assisted Living and the Lantern as well, and we're happy to have them in studio with us this morning. Julie and Vicky, how are you all doing?
We're doing good.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm doing
Good.
good. There
How
you
are
go.
you? Yeah.
So I had the Vicky, you can use that microphone, and then Julie can use that microphone.
We have our own.
Yeah,
That's
you
nice.
can have your own microphone. So Julie and Vicky came in studio, and I said, all right, we're going to rank these Halloween candies, and so I gave them the Halloween candies that Trilly brought me, and I said Nerds gummies, and Julie said nah. And I said Reese's, and Julie's like, okay, yeah, that's good. Starburst, nah. Twix, nah. Skittles, I was like, well, Julie, what kind of candy do you like? And so she said, well, I've never had Nerds gummies before. And I was taken back, so I gave her one of the packs of Nerds gummies. Well, she ate one of them. She didn't eat the whole thing. But what did you think about Nerds gummies?
I like it.
Yeah, it's got the tangy of the Nerds and the
yes.
gummy center.
Just enough to sour your eyes out, you know, and then
you
enjoy the
you
gummy.
popped it in your mouth, and I thought you like put a warhead in.
Because I'm normally not. I'm not attracted to that type of candy, but here we are. It was good. It was good.
Do anything for the radio show.
I will do anything for the radio show.
Ratings are through the roof right now. So you ranked, I think Reese's one, and then everything else was just kind of like a tie for 2 through 5.
Yeah, Reese's. No, how do you go wrong with Reese's? I
No.
mean, talk to me. How do you don't?
So
You
what
don't.
kind of candy do you like then, Julie? If you went with every candy except Reese's.
Okay, I like a Hershey's candy bar, but it's cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream Hershey's. Those are good. Those are okay.
Snickers, yeah.
Snickers are good. I wouldn't say cookies and cream. Like I'd rather have, out of the candies I listed, I'd rather have all of them over a cookies and cream Hershey's. But
well, I'm
But,
surprised
like,
we're still friends then.
It was that big of a deal.
Okay, Joe.
All right. Well, you may get your fill of candy tonight. You will, I'm sure. You all are sticking with the true. It's Halloween, trick or treat. Plus, you're inside, so weather doesn't affect you anyway. And I don't think weather's going to be an issue regardless. But tell us about tonight, Julie and Vicki, and what's going on tonight.
Okay, so tonight at our Morning Point campus, when we say campus, it's both buildings. So we have two buildings from 6 to 7:30. Bring your little trick-or-treaters, all ages, out because we have all kinds of candies. Our residents will be out, set up. Vicky's building, our memory care building, is decorated awesome on the outside and on the inside.
We have a flying dragon.
A flying dragon.
Flying dragon, and that's the lantern. Is it called the lantern still?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure I call it the right thing. It's called the lantern still. Okay. All
It's
right.
called the lantern. So there's going to be great photo ops.
So can you hit up both buildings?
Yes.
So you start off at the lantern, then end up, or vice versa, and then end up at
However you want to
assisted
do it.
living?
You
Okay.
can mix it up. Walk across the parking lot.
Get your steps in.
Get your steps in. And our residents are going to be set up in different stations. So we kind of have like a little tour path that the little ones can go on in my building. And we have the candy laid out this morning, and it's a lot. I didn't see any of the Nerds gummies, but I'm sure they're there.
Well, let's just be honest. This is a truthful segment.
Okay.
Older people are not going to like gummy candy.
No.
They just aren't.
No.
Right, so if you're going trick-or-treating to Morning Point, where the majority of the people living there are of older age compared to us, there ain't going to be much gummy candy.
But the families brought it in, and we brought a bunch in.
That's right.
So
am I calling you all old?
Well, I guess you are. Okay. We just really can't talk about candy, Joe, can
No,
we?
we
It's a
have-
little hurtful that you did that.
This is the most divisive topic that we've ever talked about. We've had politics on the air, we've had sports, but candy has divided this segment right here.
has.
But no, it's going to be fun. What time does it start?
It starts at 6 o'clock
Okay.
till 7:30. And so if the weather's getting cool or starting to rain, and I don't think it's going to, but if it does, come see us. Come see us regardless.
That's right.
And it's a controlled environment too, because you don't have to worry about the
Yes.
kids crossing the street and all that.
Absolutely. Plenty of parking. We have 2 huge parking lots, so plenty of parking. Get out, hit both buildings. Easy. It's going to be great.
There may or may not be a werewolf in our building. I'm not sure.
I think the lantern. Do you all have those decorations set up? I think the lantern's got it going on. I mean, there's the assisted living building. Do y'all have the dragons and the smoke?
Vicky's won us.
Yeah. Well, you
Vicky's
all
got it.
Vicky's
yeah, well,
she's got it.
you all
going
just
on.
opened up too, so y'all are dealing with some other stuff. I mean, you're trying to get things settled in a brand new building.
Yeah. I'll be there to jump out.
Okay.
I can jump out and do something.
Boo!
Happy Halloween!
How are things going in the new building?
Oh, they're going great.
What's
They're
it
going
looking
great.
like in there?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's worth coming by and taking a tour. Both of our buildings are up and going, and we are taking tours, and people are coming in left and right and enjoying, looking around and putting deposits down, and so we're moving on.
I'm seeing some pictures right now of the assisted living building, which is the new building. And let's see, this must be like the, I don't know what you call this, the living room, break room area. Not craft room, but there's a pool table in here.
Oh, that's one of our activity areas. our
Activity
social
room.
Areas. Yeah, that's
Okay.
on the 500 hall of our campus.
Julie said that's one of them. So there's multiple activity
There's
rooms.
multiple
yeah.
activity.
Now,
Yeah, there's
what
plenty of
room do
places.
you want to do activities in? Pick your room.
Exactly.
So, like, in terms of the move, residents moving over, how are they enjoying the new building? I bet they're loving it, right? They're in a new space, a brand new building. They're the first ones to ever live in these rooms.
Yeah, brand new building. Our VIPs, they were already with us, so it was just we just blended our family and just moved to a bigger community.
And you'll be able to tonight, if you come, you'll be able to walk through that building and see what it
Absolutely.
looks like too.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
In terms of taking a tour, you've got the lantern. That's for memory care. Those who, on whatever stage of Alzheimer's dementia they may be in, from the early indications to more progressed. And then you also have the assisted living, the standard care. So what's a tour? How do we get a tour of these buildings, regardless if we want to take a tour of each building? How do we do that?
Well, you can call my number at the assisted living. Either or, if you call any number, they're going to direct you to send you to the right building. But my number at the assisted living is 859-306-0202.
And my number is 859-965-1008.
Okay.
You can call. We'll ask some questions, and then we'll set up a day and time to take a tour. And if you don't want to do that, and we have people all the time, just stop in. Just stop in and ask for Julie or Vicky, and we will love to show you around.
Can do an impromptu tour.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what we're here for.
Julie's always ready for tours.
I'm always ready for a tour.
Vicki, you're new to the Morning Point family here. How are you liking Morning Point so far?
I love it. I love it.
There you go. Yeah, you can move the microphone there closer to you if you need to. Yeah. So, what's your background in senior care?
I have worked in the DME world, so home oxygen.
Okay. I didn't know what that meant.
I have been in Danville for nearly 20 years.
Okay.
We love having Vicki here. She's been a tremendous asset to our family.
Everyone has been so kind. So kind.
I paid her to say that before she came in.
With what kind of Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Okay, yeah. She
It
said
wasn't
she
your-
just.
it wasn't the Nerds
It wasn't
gummies.
Nerds.
What was your take on the Nerds gummies, Vicki? You didn't say much.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
You will just leave it at
Yeah, let it go.
859-965-1008 is the lantern number, and the new number for the assisted living is, I got to memorize this one.
859-306-0202.
859-306-0202.
That's right.
And call those numbers and schedule your tour today with either Julie or Vicki, and they'd love to have you come out tonight to their Halloween trick-or-treat event from 6 until 7:30 on the Morning Point campus. Plenty of parking and plenty of candy. How much do the residents look forward to this?
Oh, they love it.
They love it. They're so
Some
excited.
of them are dressed up.
Because we went a couple years ago, and that was kind of the vibe that I got. Like, the residents, like, they had grins across their face for like an hour and a half straight.
Yeah, we have our residents are so involved in the community, obviously, because they live there, but their families are too. So you get to know their families, the families' families. You know, now I can name like, okay, that's so and so's grandchild, and that's the daughter-in-law. So it's great. Everybody's excited. So we're getting prepared and prepping our building. We're going to start this afternoon after lunch, so all the residents know what area they're going to be in. Somebody wanted to have a haunted house, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
That would be really fun, but we're not going to do the haunted house this year.
I didn't realize until I became a parent at the difficulty of keeping kids out of the Halloween candy. Because, like, when you're a kid, you're just eating the candy.
You blaming that on the kids again?
I'm blaming the kids, yeah. Definitely blaming the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, if we come to Morning Point tonight and then we got our trick-or-treat citywide Saturday, and it's just like, it's hard to keep kids out of candy. We have to put it up on a high shelf, and they'll come home from school and be like, Dad, can I have a piece of candy? And then I feel like I'm mean. Like, they should be able to have more than one fun-size Snicker.
Yeah.
If they eat one a day, this candy's going to last for the next 100 years.
Yeah. Just have to ration it out.
That's it, yeah.
Put
Well,
them
you
in
can
little piles.
also you can have candy for an extra serving of broccoli.
We have done like, hey, you can earn candy
That's right.
if you clean up the living room.
That's right.
That's a good idea.
It's crazy what a kid will do for one pack of fun-size Skittles. I mean, we got them to clean the whole living room for like 5 Skittles. That's how many come in a fun-size pack. It's like 5 of them.
No, just keep watching the expiration date, and you can play that all year long.
Oh, we're going to. We've learned that trick now as parents. But like, again, you got kids, and it's just like, you all have got to stop eating candy. I'm obsessed with it. They're
Play it
fiends.
They are. I am too, though.
Well,
Not with the gums. Not with the gummies.
Not with the gummy clusters. With Julie and Vicki, they're in studio with us again. Morning Point Trick or Treat tonight from 6 until 7:30 on the campus of Morning Point in both buildings. And they, of course, are on Perryville Road. Is Perryville Road the official? That's not the address, is it?
1375 Perryville Road for the
Lantern. They're right next to each other. What's the official address of your building?
100 Bernie Place.
Are you all the only building on Bernie Place?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
So you could have made it one Bernie Place.
We could have.
For all that
We did
matters.
100, yeah.
But 100's a good
Yeah.
one. So check them out tonight and see the new building. Going to be great. It is 9:46 in the morning on Halloween. Trick or treat night at Morning Point. We'll be there. Hope you will too. We're back after this.
Serving Boyle County seniors.
At a gathering place, we are working to make our facility the best it's ever been, but we need your help. Come to the table and show your support. We need new tables for our seniors. You can be a table sponsor for $500. Brunch with Friends is $250. Three's Company is $200. Tea for two is $150, or dine solo for $100. Or you can pick your own amount. Visit our Facebook page for the GoFundMe link to donate, or call 859-236-2070 for more info.
Graceland Air, your local HVAC company in Lancaster offers a wide range of services for their customers. An effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. Why should I call Graceland Air? They're committed to excellence in every aspect. Exceptional quality of service, honesty, high standard of integrity, and they service all brands. They are your York certified comfort expert. Call them at 859-339-7070. Go online to Graceland-KY.com. Graceland Air, Lancaster.
It's here. It's new. Filled with the best wide selection of vehicles just for you.
Right at Field Used Car Factory.
7 acres of pre-owned elite inventory makes them the largest deal maker around.
Right at Field Used Car Factory.
So come on down to Nicholsville off US 27 to Vince Drive. Then you've arrived at the new
Right at Field Used Car Factory.
Buy with confidence straight from the factory. Take a virtual tour at
RightAtFieldUsedCarFactory.com.
Serving Boyle County seniors.
At a gathering place, we are working to make our facility the best it's ever been, but we need your help. Come to the table and show your support. We need new tables for our seniors. You can be a table sponsor for $500. Brunch with Friends is $250. Three's Company is $200. Tea for Two is $150, or Dine Solo for $100. Or you can pick your own amount. Visit our Facebook page for the GoFundMe link to donate, or call 859-236-2070 for more info.
Hey folks, Chrysler Cowboy here. When I started my journey in the automotive industry, learned 3 valuable lessons. 1, have a good product. 2, treat people with respect. And 3, make sure it's a fair deal for everybody. I'm proud to call Anderson County my home, and at Chrysler Lawrenceburg, we want to give you that down-home experience. We offer certified pre-owned vehicles that come with a lifetime engine warranty, free tire rotation with every oil change, and customer service that rivals the best anywhere around. Chrysler Cowboy. If you can't remember that, just look for the hat. It's where you need to be, folks. Chrysler of Lawrenceburg.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
$9:49, 66 degrees, Halloween. And should be great weather tonight for the trick-or-treat events. And if you don't want to worry about the weather in general, you can just go to Morning Point and enjoy the trick-or-treat events tonight, 6 until 7:30. And going to be a lot of fun there as the residents will hand out candy to the families and trick-or-treaters who come through and walk through the halls and come to the doors of Morning Point. The new building is open. You all have been open for about 3 weeks now. Is that right? 3 weeks. And the grand opening has not happened yet. So tell us when the grand opening is going to happen, Julie.
Our grand opening for our building is going to be December the 12th. From 4 to 7.
Okay.
So we are in the works of planning what it looks like and all the goodies, the food, everything that we're going to have, the entertainment, the speakers. So we're excited about that. So we want everybody to come out to that.
That is a Thursday, December 12th. Thursday, December 12th from 4 o'clock until 7. Is that like a double grand opening? Because the lantern, which has been there, but it's expanded now. So is there going to be a lantern grand opening?
We're gonna have another. There is going to be one. Sorry, yes, but not that same day.
To be announced.
Okay, another date. So looking forward to that. What else is going on at Morning Point, Julie?
Well, we're taking volunteers, and we are taking, we're looking for people who want to come in to share their entertainment, if they like to sing, if they play a musical instrument, anybody that wants to give back to the community and give back to our senior population, we would love to have them come out.
Okay.
We do all kinds of activities. Our residents are very intergenerational in both of our buildings, so they like to see the kids out there, and the kids do things with them. We have the library that comes out there, crafts, any kind of socialization that you think, you know what, I'd be good at that. I'd like to go out there and help participate, or I sing really good and I think that they'll enjoy hearing me sing. Come out.
Okay.
Call us. We can set you up, and we love entertainment.
We have Boyle County Middle School children coming out and going to do Christmas ornaments with our residents at the Lantern.
That'd be good.
So, like groups like that, or Boy Scout group, Girl Scout group, youth group at church, children's choir. Wants to practice their songs before they hit the stage.
Yeah, need some more practice. On Mondays, our residents, our lady residents in our community, they always get their nails done. So if you have somebody, some little girl that likes to paint nails or jazz up nails, we'd love to have them come out and do that time with us. It's fun. They like that.
Yeah, you could only get 9 of your nails done.
Yeah, I broke my finger.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
She got so angry in the commercial break that I forced Nerds gummies on her that she punched the wall in here in studio.
Punched the wall and broke my finger. That's a whole different story for a whole other show.
What would be your talent, Julie, if someone were to say, since you're on staff, it's like, let's say, like police officers have to get tased to be a police officer and take pepper spray.
Right.
Let's say to work at Morning Point, you have to do a talent in front of the residents.
Comedy show.
You'd be good at that, comedy show. Do you have a good joke?
No, not right now, but I could do storytelling, a comedy storytelling. Yeah, I could do that.
Comedy storytelling, you'd be good at that. Vicky, what about you?
I can do a mean chocolate chip cookie.
Okay, so it'd be like baking for you, like a baking class.
But yeah, she really has that talent. I don't. So
See, I tend to believe when people say they can make something really good, I don't believe them until they make it and bring it in.
Oh, are you like trying to get me to bring you cookies next week?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, it'd be 2 weeks for in here. Next week
Yeah.
would be 2 weeks in
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So like,
All right.
if you bake good chocolate chip cookies, we got to bring them in and test them out.
I can do that.
Have you tried them out, Julie?
no, I haven't. And now that she said that, I'm like, how dare you bring Joe something? I need something first. But I have
That's
seen
true.
some of her baking skills on some pictures she showed me.
Pretty good.
Talent. Yeah. Talent like no
So is
other.
that chocolate chip cookies that's your number one thing? Like if someone were to say, Vicky, bake me your best, you're like,
no,
all
that
right.
would be my cinnamon rolls.
Homemade cinnamon rolls.
Well,
Now
that's
we're
more of a
talking.
breakfast food, cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
So maybe we do the homemade cinnamon rolls. Do you like cinnamon rolls, Julie?
Yes, let's do that first.
Okay, we'll do the
And
cinnamon
I'll
rolls.
tell a funny story while we're doing it. So we share both talents, right?
Yeah, we do it here on the air. That's exactly right. I'll give you, if you listen to the show at 6:50 in the morning every morning, I do the dad joke of the day.
Okay.
You could get a dad joke.
And submit it to you, and you could say, and you could.
Well, that would help with your comedy routine. You could start.
I have my own material, Joe.
You don't need help.
I don't need your help. I'm kidding.
You're confident.
Not really.
Hey, how does it work at the buildings for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Do the same menu, or is it served two different cooking staffs serving two different things for the residents? And
So we have a dining staff, chefs in both of our communities, and you see every day what you're going to have, what's on, excuse me, for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. And then there's an always available. So you'll know ahead of time that you're having, asparagus and salmon and all that stuff. But then there's something you can choose from at the bottom if that's not what you're feeling that day.
Okay.
And our food is amazing.
Restaurant style.
Restaurant style, home cooking. Like the other day we had soup, beans, cornbread, fried potatoes, something else. And I'm like, I was there. I was there for it.
so, like, do you still have the resident councils or whatever? They get
Yep.
there's like a couple meals a month or whatever that they're picking. Like this, we want beans and cornbread.
Yep.
We want beans and corn pone.
Uh-huh.
So give us that.
Exactly. We do. We have resident council because all of our residents are involved, and they might have a hidden talent too that they can start teaching. Our quilting class or do one of their baking classes. We've had people do that before too. So we bring out those talents.
Where would you rank in terms of stressful jobs the chef at a senior living community where you've got a bunch of grandmas who are the best cooks in their family, and now you're a chef, probably maybe young, you're in your 30s or 40s or whatever, and now you're trying to cook for grandmas who have recipes after recipes ingrained in their brain.
Right, generational recipes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's up
gotta be
there
stressful.
Probably like working on an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean. I would say.
Heart surgeon,
but
police
we're-
officer,
we're-
pilot, chef.
Our chefs are not opposed to taking a family recipe
Right.
if grandma's willing to give us that recipe and make it
showcase.
for everybody and
Yeah.
showcase it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what we'll do with Vicky's cinnamon
If,
rolls.
if Vicky cinnamon rolls are good enough, we'll post the recipe on the
That's
Joe
not
Show.
happening, no.
So it's a secret. It's a secret recipe.
It's a secret recipe. Yeah.
So would you be one of those, Vicky, where like, would you give, if you were living at Morning Point, would you give your recipe to the chef there, or would you be like, I'll show you how to do it?
Ooh. No, I will show you how to do it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think that should be done.
She would lie about the ingredients,
Oh
so we
no, I
wouldn't know.
wouldn't be. No, I
Kidding.
wouldn't. I wouldn't sabotage anything.
But like, if it's your recipe, I think you ought to be in there showing them how
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
done.
That's the fun part of it. Tell it off, show it. Like I can't cook, so I'm excited for her to bring those cinnamon rolls to us.
It's gonna be good.
Vicky, we'll
with
hold
a,
you
with
to
a big
it.
cold glass of milk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, coffee.
Coffee?
A lot
Yeah,
of
you have to provide your own coffee, and also your own milk. I also don't have milk here either.
Okay, well, if I'm bringing the cinnamon rolls, I'm bringing my friend who has the cinnamon
Then
rolls.
you bring coffee. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess you feel like what you're saying is I should do something for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tonight from 6 until 7:30 at Morning Point in Danville, trick or treat. To make sure you bring the kids out, get them dressed up in costumes, and this is going to be such a fun event tonight because they get to, first of all, you as the adults get to see what the new building looks like, and I know we're all interested in seeing what it looks like. We saw the progress we've seen it be built now. Now I want to see what it looks like inside. Kids get an activity where they get to stay busy. They get candy. Moms and dads also get the candy because they get the mom and dad tax. Right, for taking them to the trick-or-treat event. So everybody's happy. The residents are happy. It's going to be a fun event. It really is. We've been before. It's a super fun event. So bring the kids out tonight to Morning Point, both locations at the Lantern and at the Assisted Living Center, and they'll be doing trick-or-treat there. Julie and Vicki, anything else to let us know about?
That's it. Come see us tonight.
Come see them tonight at Morning Point, 859-965-1008.
Dress up?
You costuming tonight?
Yeah. I'll be something.
I'm going to be Maid Marian.
You going to be who?
Maid Marian for Robin Hood.
Okay. She's a lot more.
I know.
Julie, you're more like a fly on the cuff.
I told you,
like,
I'm extra.
I know.
Yeah, I like it.
I love.
I have a shirt.
You said I'll be something.
Well, you are in like burnt orange, so that does look nice.
I'll put something on. Yeah.
Polo, slacks, paint a fake beard on you. You could be me.
There we go. I can do that. No shoes.
No. Not wearing shoes, and you have a microphone in your hand so people know, and some headphones on.
Some headphones.
Yeah.
And I'll be pushing candy on people. Do you like this? Do you like this?
Yes.
This is your favorite?
Tell me you like those Nerds gummies, or else.
Try a nerd. Try a nerd.
Yeah.
Try a nerd.
This is your favorite.
Julie and Vicki, appreciate you all being on.
Thanks, Brent.
Yep, tonight, 6 until 7:30 at Morning Point. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Thursday morning, and I hope I'm going to start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back with you again tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. The Joe Show on AM 1230 and the brand new 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Thursday afternoon. Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home, but Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.